All right, welcome back, folks. This will be the start of part 5 of our Phoenicia game. We had to pit stop for 15 minutes to solve the launcher. There was a new patch that added a launcher to Civ 6, and it is horrible. But fortunately, there's an online workaround. It actually removed every downloadable content. So now we get to sit on the load screen again. But I knew we were going to be on the load screen, so I will use this time to make an announcement for you guys. And that is that we are going to be bringing back in 1 month's time the next season of Civ 4 AI Survivor. Yay! I'm going to put up the announcement on my website, but I wanted to make the announcement here because I knew we'd be sitting around waiting on the load screen. So, set to begin in 4 weeks on May 7th, 2021. We've got some goodies for this new season. For the most part, it's going to be similar, but going to do a couple things different. Again, we've got time to discuss this while we're waiting here on the stream loading. I'm going to do the leader draw. I'm going to draw all the leaders for the opening round game together. And we're going to do the leader draw in 2 weeks. So that's going to be on the 23rd of April. It is going to be tropical climate, as Smash Mouth said in the chat. We're going to use tropical climate, but I'm going to draw all the opening round games together 2 weeks before the game starts. And that's because it's going to allow me to do the map setup. I'm actually creating all the maps right now. I already have I think I have 4 of them done so far, but I'm going to do all the maps ahead of time. We'll draw the leaders ahead of time. Then I'll be able to put up previews for all the opening round games because we'll have all the leaders drawn. And that's also going to let us do one other thing. And that is, it's going to let us do fantasy AI Survivor drafts. Yeah, I want to institute. I'm going to hope I can get a couple people and we can do fantasy AI Survivor. Do a auction style draft. So I'm going to put some details in that up on my website. But I'm looking to find a couple other people that can hop on the stream for an hour or two, and then we'll do an auction style draft for some of the leaders in AI Survivor. Again, more details to follow on the website. I'm going to post that later, probably later today, and do more of the announcement. But because we'll have all the leaders drawn, we'll have the maps gone, we can have people auction off the leaders. We can't have a huge group for that. Probably, I'm looking to get either a group of 6 or a group of 8, but just do auction style draft and have have people bid on which leaders they want on their team, and then of course we'll still have our standard picking contest. So yeah, Civ 6 should be working.
And overcame them through wit and cunning.
Let me see if I'll leave the text up. Let me see. Yeah, it's not showing up here. Nope, not that window.
Destiny and your refuge.
It's not picking up on the screen for some reason. Twitch is not picking up on it. Come on, where are you? It's literally on my screen. All right, I will just remove this and I will recreate it. See if I can grab the window. It's still loading, by the way, so you're not missing anything. All right, add. Or no. Window capture. It is not catching the window. OBS is not finding the window, even though it's clearly open on, it's open on my screen right now. Yeah, as in fantasy sports is the idea. Okay, so we just need to get the gameplay on the screen. It's on my screen, but you guys can't see it right now. More awesome stuff. All right, let me try something else. I just love doing all this technical stuff in the middle of the stream. Let's try game capture instead. Nope. So I can see the gameplay, but you guys can't see the gameplay because it won't show up right now. I have no clue why OBS is not able to see the window. This is great. No, the window title may have changed, but I'm telling I'm telling OBS to point to a different window, and it's not finding it. I mean, it can find it, but then it doesn't show anything. There we go. All right. I had to tell it not to automatically capture it. Had to do something slightly different. All right, and this is just a tiny bit too large. There we go. All right, finally. We are finally in the game, able to do stuff. There we go. All righty. Civ for Friday's radio play. Okay, so picking back up where we were last time. So at the end of the last session, we captured the capital of China. That was what we managed to do, renamed it Big Trouble. China is down to just 2 cities left. There's one here, and then there's one over here. We also entered a new era, so we were able to. We lost the gold. We're actually in a heroic era now, so we have multiple Golden Age policies in effect. We did lose the Dark Age policies, which is a bit of a shame, but that's okay. And I was going to steam up here and take this city, and then we're going to head down here, and probably I think our next target is to deal with the Khmer. Try to neutralize them. I don't think the Khmer have very many cities at all. And then we'll probably go for Russia after them. How many cities does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's kind of nice. You can now see they have a little graphic now for the districts. I don't know if they had that before. 3, 4, 5. So he has 6 total cities. But if we can get his capital, we might be willing to sign peace. Where, by the way, where are his other cities? Oh, there's one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There must be one there. 5. So he must have another one somewhere. Ah, well, we'll figure it out. Not probably going to go for his inland cities, but yeah, there must be another city up here. And then maybe he has one somewhere down here. We'll find it out eventually. Barbarian caravels. All right, let's go on with the turn. What does he want? He wants me to give him... All right, if that's a luxury I don't have, I do need amenities. If he wants... Horses are like irrelevant at this stage of the game. Sure, whatever. Or not very important to say the least. Gilgamesh loves us, by the way. He's like super happy with us. Seriously, a barb? Okay. What is this, barb? Okay, whatever. Gilgamesh can deal with that. Oh, there's a barb camp here, which is landlocked, apparently. Anyway, let's finish up with this unit. I'm mostly just trying to scout out what's down here right now. Ah, there's the last Khmer city. Khmer city here as well. Great Admiral is like trying to tag along. All right. Peach Shanty. What did we just finish here? Trader. Okay. Just get a quick look at this city. So this city has some nice water tiles. Yeah, some pretty nice water tiles. Look at all this stuff. Wow, actually working a lot of these. Definitely needs more, could use more. Oh, you know, we could build a water park up here. Let's see what tile we can put the water park on to get as many cities hit as possible. Because this extends within, it'll extend within 6 tiles, right? Let's see, so if we put it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, if we, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, we can reach Bloody Mountain. We're not going to reach Salisbury, so. It's actually the first time I've built a water park. This should be fine. That'll get us some more amenities. We do want to keep building ships. I do have the policies in that build ships, don't I? Yeah. Press gangs to build ships. Because I have enough niter now to build another fleet, but I think there's some... Well, we'll get that district built. Bloody Mountain can presumably build... Oh no, it's building stuff. Well, Lonely Mountain can build more ships. And I have more shipbuilding cities down here now, too. Like Horseshoe Bay can build ships. Actually, Lisboth, how much production does this city have? Oh, you don't have a shipyard yet. Or a seaport. Never mind. How about you get us some more amenities then? Oh, Jutland. Jutland is another shipbuilding city. This can build a frigate then. Frigate fleet, of course. We can just attack the capitals. It's true. The big obstacle is getting to all the capitals. Um, we'll see. We'll see where my ships end up. I am not going to capture every city of every other AI. Boy, my cities really aren't very happy, are they? Why don't you just do the university? All right, so these guys were heading up towards, I think towards Anchor Tom. And I do have a admiral over here, don't I? I've got that one down there. Let's have you just reveal what's here first before doing anything else. Okay, didn't expect there to be anything there, but... And you can take a promotion. Nice. Oh, this byreme still needs to be upgraded, doesn't it? 640 gold. I don't know if that's worth it. We'll see. All right, keep going back to Devil's Bay. Don't know if we'll be able to keep that trade route protected. Yeah, do you know how? I don't know how to show you what the Golden Ages are giving you. Is there? I'm sure there's a way to see. But I don't know what that is. If anyone on stream knows how you show what the Golden Age dedications are, I'm sure there's a way to see it, but I don't know what that is off the top of my head. All right, this city is in occupation, so it's not going to do very much right now. Oh, hey, here's another irritant. Well, I'd love to mine this tile, but I can't mine it because the stupid archaeologist blocking it. Also, why is someone working this tile? If you're gonna work a tile, work the scientist over that silliness. We might as well improve that. That would make more sense. Full health, okay. Let's see if we can get more visibility. I guess we might as well kill these annoying Chinese units while they're in the area. Bye. Alright, you just heal for one turn. A couple other units healing. The good news is I have a ton of movement. So I know one of the things I'm getting is I'm getting bonus movements because I took the policy that increases ship movement. So we're just going to set up here outside this city's range. Let's bring where's the Great Admiral? So like we'll move up here. And we can look to hit that city next turn. Ironclad should be able to smash right through the defenses. There's another frigate over here too. A new frigate fleet. Well, I guess I don't get the extra movement on either of those two units. Yeah. Oh, Ironclad here. Okay, well this is fine. Yeah, you're good. 9 movement on the Ironclads, geez. Okay, yeah, we'll take that reduce that city's defenses next turn. Musket. I wish I had more vision down here, but I know there's a city and I can't reach it. I'm hoping that there's a water passage over there. I'm concerned though that there's no water route to get through there. Probably make peace with China, but no, he's not even willing to sign peace. I think I checked that last turn and he wasn't even willing to sign peace with me, so it was like whatever, fine, be that way. Since we can't get over to this city anytime soon, we might as well work on taking down the Khmer, and that's probably the focus of today's stream, is working on taking down the Khmer. Starting to move in that direction at least. Okay, whatever. Movement in this game is so weird. All right, I have 2 builds left here. I think I've improved all the tiles, so is this a hill? No. All right, so we'll just Build the lumber mill then. And I don't know what the last charge is used for. All right, okay, new trader here. What, are there cities that are missing? So I already have 2 trade routes there. Shanty, Lonely Mountain, Bloody Mountain, Scurvy Crab, Horseshoe Bay. Let's, why don't we send this one to New Amsterdam? Because I don't have a trade route down there and it's a decent city. All right. There you go. Now I just need a unit to walk in there. This musket that I did not intend to build is probably going to have to do. All right, you come down here. Come join me as I try to assault these Khmer cities. You have 1 build left. Improve that tile. There we go. New Amsterdam is actually a pretty solid city. Wait. Oh, never mind. That's 4th ring? I thought that was 3rd ring. Whoops. I just improved a tile no city can work. That was not the best choice. Oh well. All right, next turn I think we're strong enough to take this city. I mean, look at Sumeria's power, or Khmer power, 69. They have no units at all. Okay, whatever. Victor is established in big trouble. Okay, that should mean that we don't have to worry about loyalty here. Just keep preparing your stuff for right now. Okay. Now, can this ship get in range to fire on the city? Yes, it can. All right, so do we have the Admiral in range? All right. So that should be pretty good damage. Let's see, 65 base strength, plus 5 from the Great Admiral, plus 3 from Intel, plus 3 from the guy we retired a while back. Okay, so we have plus 15 strength. Nice. So, like, the frigates can start. Once the walls are down, it's pretty straightforward to take the city from there. These ironclads will do a lot of damage. Yeah, wow, okay. We in range of the Great General here, or Great Admiral? I keep calling them Great Generals. Well, that was easy. Plus 73. All right, do I want to keep this city? Just out of curiosity. I could just raise it. Is there anything worthwhile here that we care about? I think we just raise this. Let me look at the city. Is there anything in here? Oh, it does have a, okay, well, it is a finished harbor district. That's probably worthwhile holding on to then. Just because it has a finished, that's another trade route for me. Okay. Otherwise, I would say no. Will it revolt? Good question. Let's see the loyalty. Our favorite thing, the loyalty lens. Nope, it's fine. I think. Yeah, it's fine because there's no enemy cities nearby. Okay, cool. Nice. Well, just stuffing on a monument for right now. Yeah, I wasn't sure, but I guess because there's no other, none of those other cities nearby. All right, well, in that case, let's start heading towards Khmer territory. I think maybe China will be willing to sign peace when this emergency is over. Because I think that's the reason why they've been so hostile. All right. So we're just going to pack up everything and say, wow, I have 7 movement on embarked units? Okay. I mean, I'll take that. Bombard. Should I keep any units around here at big trouble? I'm not that worried. We have some wonders in this city too. What wonders are in here? The Great Baths. I don't even know what this does. Grants 2 gurus. That's useless. Stops flooding. Other civs trade routes provide extra science. Trade routes. You know, we should start routing trade routes here. Look at all this culture we're getting here too. All right, Bloody Mountain. Yeah, I wanted the zoo here. So this will add amenities to all the cities in range, which we definitely need because we're suffering under war weariness here. Oh yeah, rename the city. Come here. I think Black Lagoon's a little bit better. Sure, why not? Alrighty, so now I have kind of like an extra builder over here. Again, I would love to put a lumber mill on this tile, but the idiotic antiquity site is on it. I really wish that the antiquity sites and the archaeologists just did not exist in this game because they're so stupid. Really, like, what is the purpose of having these? Black Lagoons and anime. Okay, gotcha. So anywhere else this could, you know, over at Salisbury, there's some tiles that could be improved. So why don't you just head over there? It's not a high priority or anything. All right, yeah, I can't take this with the frigate, so we'll just start sending you off to join the main army. This musket can clear the camp, and hopefully that's it. All right, so you go back to Pete's Devil's. Wait, Devil's Bay's not in range from here? That seems crazy. If I needed money, I'd go here. 30 gold per turn to Uruk. What about well, I guess Big Trouble's definitely not in range. Oh wait, yes it is. All right, that's yeah. I think we start sending trade routes to Big Trouble because of that wonder that's in there, which is definitely not worth building yourself, but if you're going to capture it from the AI, you might as well. All right. So I don't know that I want to go in and start shooting just yet up there, but we can certainly keep prepping units for it. Wish I could move through Russian territory right now, but I don't have open borders, and I would prefer not to start declaring war just yet. All right, if I can get this frigate and this Great Admiral up there, I think I'm ready to start shelling Anchor Tom. It's not like it's going to shoot back with much. Also, I can land some... Oh, wait, there's a enemy unit up here. I didn't even realize that. I wish I had, because I would have shot at it. It's from the city-state, Mohenjo-Daro. That means I should probably get this unit on land. Like, these units are coming over. They can join in. All right, field cannon. Oh, I guess that wasn't 100% heal. It's at 99. Whatever. Let's keep you back here. Like, I'll land these units as soon as there's not an enemy galley in the area. This is definitely too expensive to upgrade right now. We need to save for battleship upgrades. But you know what? You might still be helpful out here to fight, so I'll send you out. You should be able to just like say, get rid of the antiquity site. I don't want this here, but no, it's not a possibility. Actually, I'm most curious with this. All right, it just ran off in the fog because the AI is an idiot.
To attack a city. Siege of a city is only done as a last resort.
Alrighty. What another thing that's always annoying is you have to wait. Wow, the AI's tech rate sucks. Wait a minute, where are the AIs in tech? They don't have like Chin and well, Wilhelmina's dead, so she shouldn't even be showing up here. But like Chin, and I guess Chin's crippled, but like Peter and Jay of Armin don't have any tech beyond this level. It's like I have electricity way down here. All right, anyway, so we're heading for battleships at refining. Two things we want here. Battleships are the big ones. They are the next tier up from frigates. They will absolutely wreck anything we can find. And then oil will also allow us to use subs, although subs are not as good. Battleships are just ridiculous. Not only do they have 70 range strength, frigates are 55, they go up to 70. They have range 3, and that's the big thing, because you can actually hit cities out of range when they can't even shoot back. So we're just headed there right now. All right, Devil's Bay has finally finished that. I can build have another district slot, but not really anything to build. Why don't you just build another ship then? Like, we could build more settlers, but at this point in the game, does it even matter? We have enough to pay for another frigate fleet, so we have enough niter, so we'll go for it. Scurvy crab. We actually could use another amenities district over here too. I'm trying to think if there's a tile I could put a water park on that would hit all these cities. I wouldn't mind doing that. It's either that or the university. If I put it on this tile, would that reach midway? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, but it wouldn't hit Horseshoe Bay, so that's first string to another city. What about here? Would that reach Lisboff? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. All right, I'll just do the university and have one of these other cities maybe construct a water park. Maybe Boomtown can work on that. I know I can have more traders. I'm still trying to get more traders done because the traders are really good. New Amsterdam, but like New Amsterdam, see, this city can't build. This city already has its campus district filled out. We also have the Terracotta Army. I think we might build this down the road, but let's fill out those traders right now, as you suggested. Let's get those try to fill out a few more of those trade routes because I still have some that, quite a few that need to be filled. Anyway. Okay, you are going to head north up towards the Khmer. We're going to have one assault hitting these cities, another assault hitting Anchor Tom. They're, instead of attacking, this city-state ship decided to just run off and do nothing, so we'll just kill it. Bye. All right, and now that clears the way for these. Oh, cool, we got money for killing it because I have that promotion. All right, now I can start moving these units forward. I think I want to land this guy on that tile, but I don't want to be shot at, so this should be fine. Remember, the cities have a range of 2. This I want to set up on this tile, so let's move to here. That's not in range. All right, so we probably move in next turn. The field guns will actually do decent damage. Maybe one more turn to get set up. Yeah, and probably one more turn so this frigate can make it over as well. Great Admiral moving up. We actually did get Petra in this game, yeah. All right, Musket can clear that next turn. You are racing over to crummy Salisbury, which we just captured because it wasn't worth raising. All right, meanwhile, the front elements of this force, let's just make sure that there's no enemy ships here. I don't think there are because this guy has no power. Like, this guy has 69 power. That's like 1 unit, maybe 2. I love having the Golden Age dedication that lets my units move extra tiles on water. Because it allows me to get around the map a lot faster. Mostly I just need to sail from city to city. Do I want to take 1 turn to heal here? Sure. Just heal for 1 turn. Get these units back up to full health. Because why not? Also because I'm probably not going to be capturing a lot of these cities. I think I'm going to raise most of them. Like this city, unless it has a resource, is a raise. Yeah, this Chinese unit just sitting around doing nothing. This unit with its own private Great Admiral. Technically, I'm at war with this city-state. Or no, I'm not, actually. One of the rare ones I'm not at war with. All right, so still mostly just moving up, but making good progress. Another Great Admiral. Actually have more of these than I can use right now. I think I might have exhausted all of the industrial era ones. Nope. I'm getting 52 Great Admiral points per turn. This one will probably just be retired. Gain 500 gold and extra rewards for plundering sea trade routes. All right, so here, yes, I built the new district, the water park district. Now it's time to fill it out with the Ferris wheel and the aquarium. So again, the aquarium will provide amenities to all the cities in range. If I can actually get the zoo and then the aquarium done, should be able to solve our amenities crunch from, capturing a gazillion cities. All right, here I just finished the university. So I think that what we want to do is continue filling out trade routes here. Look at how like none of the wonders have been built this entire game because most of the wonders kind of suck. So we'll fill out trade routes there. You might as well. Actually, you haven't even placed a campus, have you? How much would the seaport be worth? I think Midway's actually working a fair number of water tiles. Yeah. Actually need to improve some of these water tiles because a lot of them are unimproved, aren't they? Yeah, how about you do a builder here? Because you need, you even have Liang present in the city, and we could build more of Liang's unique improvement thing, so why not just a builder? All right, you are just repairing stuff right now. Okay, back to the actual action for the turn. All right. I might as well land this unit and start shooting for next turn. Similarly, you can land there. Fortify. Wait, what the? How did something get pillaged? Man, the AI sucks at dealing with barbarians. I was like, how did this get pillaged? All right, you have just enough range to get in a shot. Okay, that did less than I was hoping for. The difference between privateers and frigates. Hopefully they'll get shot at and then I can use a promotion to heal them. All right, but I've got the field guns there ready to fire away and they should do pretty good damage. All right. And of course, as I said, I have more ships coming up. I'll have promotions to heal. Maybe I'll get lucky and this will fire at the Byreme. Maybe the volcano did it. That's a possibility as well. This city doesn't even have walls. Probably just attack it, yeah. I know it'll heal 20 of that next turn, but might as well. Well, we can take this next turn and raise it. Because these frigates should be in range to fire next turn. At worst, it'll take 2 turns. So my ships race over there. Alright, so these ships are healed up. Off they go. What is this retirement benefit? Oh, traders to the city provide +2 gold to each. This is someone who I should retire soon. Because that's actually a nice benefit. I have to think about what city to retire to. Maybe Big Trouble, because that's where all the trade routes are gonna. Actually, no. It should be. Most of my trade routes are still going to Devil's Bay, so I should probably retire there. All right. Still another turn to move. This game's movement rules are so frustrating sometimes. All right, you are just going to come up here and, I think, lumber mill that. All right, as for you, you are an industrial one, right? So you need to be, we'll teleport you somewhere more useful. Transfer to another city. Closest is probably here at Black Lagoon. Alright. Oh wait, this is... Here we go. Mine the tile. Oh, look, there's muskets moving in. Okay. We may have to do something about that in time, because we don't have walls in this city. Well, I've got this to replace pillaging damage. I've got a ship coming out that can fire away at them, and a frigate coming out over here. And there's a frigate up here that's only a couple turns away too, so. Alright, here we go. This is just to keep visibility. At least I got a little more map info from being stationed here. Again, I'm hoping that the water like curves around down here. I wish I'd been able to scout out Russian territory earlier in the game. But he won't sign open borders with me right now. Yeah, it's not even an option. Apparently I can't demand open borders. He does not have that many cities, but he has more than the other AIs. This is probably more of a just take his capital and raise whatever we can. This island looks extremely vulnerable. Should be able to raise those cities pretty easily. We'll, after we deal with Khmer Island here, we'll sail down here and head for Russia. Let's see what Anchor Tom decides to fire at. Okay. I mean, it fired at one of the privateers and did 12 damage, so. I have 8 unused envoys. Actually, no. How many envoys does everybody have in non-Modol? Just out of curiosity. Okay, I have 15, no one else has more than that. Let's see if we can maybe flip another city-state that's at war with us. Because we've got all these envoys saved up. Like, what is Akkad's bonus? Melee and anti-cabs units do full damage to the city's walls. I don't know if this applies to... I have no idea if this applies to... Hey, Sleeping Roger. Does anyone know if Akkad's bonus applies to ships as well? I would think so, but... Because melee... I would think that this applies to melee ships, but you never know. Because like Rapa Nui's bonus is pretty crummy. We'll go for this. We can take over control of this easily. I don't have the 2-for-1 policy in play, but I don't care. Yeah. And yeah, I probably don't renew the alliance with Gilgamesh next time. Should run out right around the time we're ready to go over and deal with him. Well, let's find out. Now we have a chance to see. Well... So that is not a fight we probably want to do. This is a... Well, it wouldn't apply anyway, because this is a melee unit. Alright, let's try these field cannons then, shall we? This is the one that gets to shoot twice. Much better. This one has medieval walls, so it has 300 instead of 200. That's okay. Might have to take a little while longer to fire at it then. Alright, we'll move the Byrene back. This is the frigate fleet, so this one actually should do like real damage. Oh, I'm not in range from this tile, am I? Oh, I don't have enough tiles to work with, so I should just combine these into a privateer fleet so I actually have enough tiles to shoot from. Okay, let's do this. I'll fire with this one. Privateer fleet. There we go. That clears out a tile for this to move up and fire. There we go. We've already taken out, what, 70-ish, 65-ish health on it, so that works. How about this city? This city also has the upgraded walls. Well, this city doesn't have walls at all, though, so... I guess we might need one more turn, because the frigates aren't quite in range to unload and start killing it yet. We'll see what can get in range this turn. Moving up the ships in the back first. Well, you can get in range to shoot. And you can as well. Fortunately, where's the Admiral? Let's make sure the Admiral's up here to boost their damage. Alright, this frigate fleet is the big damage dealer. Yep, 76 health. With no walls in place, these cities fall pretty quickly. Alright, now are there any... What's in this city, just out of curiosity? Very... well, this city does have a... Let's see, campus, encampment. Got a lot of religious buildings. The Hanging Gardens are in here. Increases growth by 15% in all cities. I mean, that... It's got a wonder. It's probably worth holding on to. Looks like a decent enough city. I guess we'll hold. It also gives me a place to heal ships up here. Just the Hanging Gardens are worth. All right, we'll keep. I keep saying I'm going to raise the... Oh, wait, loyalty. Loyalty, yes. You guys are like, but what about the loyalty? It says full loyalty in 6 turns. It says loyalty, full loyalty in 6 turns. Also, we're going to be... I mean, like, these cities are not going to be under Khmer possession for much longer. I'm going to keep it. I'm greedy. Alrighty. So the biggest thing is every city costs you amenities to hold on to. So feel free to suggest additional names for that one. Alright, well, let's start getting some of these units in position to land and start firing then. Obviously I don't want them to get shot this turn, but that should be a safe tile. That I already moved the... No, I don't want the frigate, I want the field cannon. This should be a safe tile. Can land on that next turn. Frigates start blasting away. Shouldn't take too long to capture that. Okay, that looks good. Musket can land. Maybe the musket will draw off shots. Hanging dry. Works for me. These cities obviously are not as impactful because it's late in the game. We don't care as much about these because it was unguarded and has the Hanging Gardens. Yeah, seriously, you would have think he would have built some kind of defenses there. All right. That Byreme is like, what am I doing here? This one builder that's marched all the way across my territory. This guy is going to have to repair whatever. Oh, remember how these units moved in? It looked like they were going to do something. Nah, they decided they're not going to do anything. Also, what's up with all this niter one tile outside these borders? This is like Niter Island. 1, 2, 3. Oh, will I actually get to shoot at somebody with this caravel? If they move over here, I actually might get to shoot at them. Although, this might... I think these are impassable tiles, so maybe not. Anyway. Okay. Let's keep going, guys. Is this the one I want to retire? Yeah. Let's, so this one is like a more modern unit. This one we'll send back to Devil's Bay, because I have so many trade routes that are going to Devil's Bay. I mean, the AI just... Look, their militaries all suck. You would think on Deity, which is what this game's being played on, you'd think that they would have like decent militaries, but they really don't, and it's kind of amazing that they are just so bad in every way. Oh no, crippling blizzard. This is on Coal Island. What is it? 4 damage tile, 1 fertilized tile, 2 population lost. Okay. I'm not a big fan of the natural disasters either.
Or rather, no one in his senses ought to do so. Without...
Or South India Company. One of my coal mines got pillaged. That actually does matter. I had a builder with 1 charge left somewhere over here, didn't I? And oh, you know what? I have this builder. You know what? Your job. Now you have an important job. Go repair the damage at South India Company. because we need to fix we need to get that coal mine back up. We actually are now losing coal per turn, unbelievably. All right, on the tech tree, rifling, and then we're almost to refining. Now, on the civics tree, I'm close to discovering urbanization. I'm trying to remember what I was pushing towards right now. This could be somewhat useful. Oh, it's the one that lets me form armies. That's what I wanted. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to Scorched Earth just because I'm one away from urbanization. There's nothing that I really want. Oh wait, never mind. There is something I want. This one, Military Academy seaports generate 2 science. Never mind, I do want that. But I did want to try to set things up for a double civic swap for upgrades when the battleships come due. Okay. So I'm just gonna again keep pumping out traders for right now. Let's send this to. How about we send it to Black Lagoon? It'll give me some visibility as the trader runs around. Niteropolis just finished an entertainment complex. Okay, well then. How about you build yourself an arena? As far as where's the reports? What's the reports? Here we go. City status. So we do have some war weariness, but mostly we just need more amenities. Like every city's in negative amenities. So I'm trying to build some more entertainment districts to fix this. If I can, I mean, I'm building the districts right now. Like I've got, this is a big one right here. The zoo, because the zoo will add amenities to like all the immediate cities. And here, I'm building an arena here, and I'll build and I need to get, somewhere over here, I also need to get like a water park that can hit all 5 of these cities. I think Boomtown could hit all 5, but I don't know if Boomtown has the production. What about here? This would hit these 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could do that, but you know what? We could just build another frigate fleet here. Works for me. Build a couple of national parks. That's true. I have to find the location for the national parks, though. All right, why don't you come down here and shoot these muskets, because they're annoying me. Again, privateers are not really great against land units, but they're something. All right. What do we want here? Hydroelectric dam? How much would this be worth? The city's harbor doesn't seem to have very good adjacencies. No, it's not worth much of anything. The city actually has pretty terrible production, so I don't know. Just get yourself walls so you can shoot at the Chinese units. Here's another builder, but I guess that one is probably in better position to reach South India Company. Of course, it doesn't have enough movement to go there. All right. Another trader. All right, back to military stuff for this turn. Blasting away is taking a while, but all right, so this frigate fleet could promote. I'm going to take this bonus against district defenses because that's what we're shooting at right now. Getting there. Peeled off 100 of its health. How about you just scout up here for visibility? Actually, we could probably pillage this tile, couldn't we? Oh, hello. The Byreme. That's fine there. All right, let's start moving in for this city. Wait, it can actually land and fire? Okay. Don't quite know how that works, but okay. Movement rules that are a little weird in this game. Move you to here for visibility as much as anything. Alright, meanwhile, the ships. You I'm going to heal. Just because we don't need to put a melee attack on the city this turn. Bring the Admiral over. Now there's only so many tiles, sea tiles available that I can shoot from here, because this is pretty well defended. I think there's only 3, unfortunately. Which means that these extra frigates I don't even think can fire, because I don't think there's enough tiles where they can stand, because like this is out of range. We had battleships, they'd be in range, though. Yeah, I don't think there's any tiles this can sit on and fire from, which is a bit of a shame. So, yeah, is what it is. How in the world is the bombard able to move there? Oh, well. Oh, that's right. Phoenicia has bonus movement for loading and unloading. I think that's right. That sounds right to me. All right, so we're just going to blast away at these 2 cities. Keep reducing their defenses. So that does free up some additional ships to go somewhere else. Maybe we go down here and start shooting at Wuhan. Because why not? As I said, there's only so many tiles available. One of these frigates can come over and help at Anchor Tom. Because I have a unit that's not as strong firing over there. Also, are all of these fleets? This is not a fleet. Oh wait, yes it is. These are all frigate fleets. Okay. Oh, hey there, Chinese ship. That's pretty one-sided. And there's a promotion available too. And you can hang out with this task force. I have so many great admirals, we can like put great admirals with every task force. All right, so we've got another trader here. I'm gonna send this to Bloody Mountain because I think Bloody Mountain, I want to increase its production. All right, are you kidding me? Where did this barb caravel come? I mean, where did these barbarian units come from? There's never seems to be a shortage of barb units. I swear they're more dangerous than the AI. Well, I have a frigate coming out here that can deal with that, but still, I'm just like, where do all these frigates keep coming from, or all these barbs keep coming from? Anyway. Well, is what it is. Just continue reducing the Khmer right now. This emergency is finally going to end.
It's the Industrial Revolution and the growth of urban.
Is that a trade route getting pillaged or something? All right. Well, anyway, this did not end up doing anything, so let's put this in. Otherwise, I think I keep all the same policies. Pretty happy with what I've got in right now. Just looking if I wanted something different here, but I'm not really doing a lot with spies. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Just keep that mission going. All right, frigate. Let's get you up here to deal with yet another barbarian that's popped up. If we don't have anything else for you to do, why don't you just continue working on a trader? As we continue trying to fill out our trade routes. So that was the spy sound effect. All right, on we go to mobilization. I guess I have no choice. I can't set up a double civic swap there. That's fine. All right, Lonely Mountain just finished a trader. Okay. Do we do another trader here? I don't have enough niter to build another ship just yet. Could put down another district here, but like we already have an entertainment district under construction nearby. Do we do the theater square? Wait, did I already place a theater square? Huh? I don't remember placing this. Oh well. I guess I did at some point. All right, we want the zoo. again, to help deal with our amenities crunch. There's an AI great scientist running around somewhere. I wouldn't be surprised. It's the AI. They don't know what they're doing. Okay, so you are going to go back to... Well, I was going to send this to Devil's Bay. I guess I already have... I guess you can't run double trade routes to the same place, but Big Trouble I can run a nice trade route there. All right, this unit can just hang out here as we continue to ignore the enemy units everywhere. Right next to Devil's Bay. Oh yeah, you're right. What? Who the heck knows? So we just finished this trader. Again, I have so many trade routes at this point. You know what? Boomtown could use a little bit more production. I'll just send it there. All right, you are going to go back to Devil's Bay. Let's do our military stuff now. All right. So it looks like our musket got shot for, like, no damage. Can pillage for faith. Do I even care? I don't know. The bombard actually gets to do something, which is kind of rare. Well, this unit has a promotion available. Oh, nice. Get the double shot promotion. Cool. 2 shots if the unit hasn't moved. I mean, once all the frigates get set up, the defenses do go down relatively fast. I think we're actually killing the city defenses faster than we're killing the wall defenses. All right, there. So you see, this is the does full strength without walls, I'm assuming. But I think I'll just still hang out here for right now. All right. Meanwhile, over here, like that one frigate will have to rotate out in time, but I think I've got another frigate that can just, yeah, this one's just going to come replace that, so it'll be totally fine. It's not even a fleet unlike the other frigates in the area. This one is the one with the double shot, and this unit has 184 experience. It's doing and it's a core, so it does the extra damage. Yeah, this is getting relatively low. We have to remember that we want a melee unit over here to take that too, so I should also move at least one ironclad over here to be able to do the last blow. Might be able to do that next turn, actually. Like, I could move this out, and then the ironclad moves in and does the final shot. We'll see. The Byreme continues to get action, somewhat amazingly. All right, meanwhile... Now, there was an enemy ship over here. There it is. Found it. All right, now I can burn that promotion to heal that ship next turn. Wuhan has only 57 defense. That's a lot less than 69 and 72, so it'll go down much faster. It does appear as though the AI is all magically upgraded to the next tier of defenses. They all... Oh, this city doesn't have the extra wall defenses. So let's take these 2 cities, sail down here, take these 2 cities, and then see if we can sign peace with the Khmer, because they'll be crippled after that and we won't care. Oops, didn't realize I was going to end the turn, but it doesn't matter. Absolutely not. Not until I finished taking over. Military emergency dissolves in recrimination and blame. So it did. You win. Target gain... Oh, this is nice. Gain 2 combat strength when attacking a member unit with a city strike. Okay. Also get 200 diplomatic favor that will immediately start dissipating. Cool. More damage for my dudes. All right. So I can actually capture this city with the musket, so I don't need to leave a tile open for a naval melee unit to hit the city center. I don't know if we'll do enough damage to be in a position to capture this turn anyway. Here's another double shot field cannon. Might need one more turn here. Or maybe not. We'll see. It still says major defeat. Now, you would think that Akkad would apply here. Let's just test and find out. Nope. You'd think that Akkad would apply, but no. Still doesn't seem like Akkad did anything. So I come up one little bit short, but that's okay. All right. Meanwhile, over here. All right. So let's have the land units fire first. Oh, I have a land unit up here too. I forgot I can capture the city if I can take the walls down. I don't actually need to use a melee unit to do it. Okay. So I definitely want this frigate fleet to fire. Which does more damage? This is 63, this is 70. Okay, so we'll move this back. Move this up. All right, I guess I still need one more turn here as well. Yeah. Looks like we need one more turn there as well. All right, you just chill here because we can heal you once we capture the city. They re-embarked that. Re-embarked that. It looks like the Khmer levied the units because that's what that little indicator means. All right. Just keep providing vision up there. Loyal actually finished its Kothans. We'll do the lighthouse to get another trade route. All right, you just keep repairing your stuff. We've got a worker or a builder, excuse me, on its way to repair the coal. I'm a little shocked that I haven't found any more coal at any of these cities that I've been capturing. There's coal here at this Chinese city. I would keep anything that has coal. All right, why don't you, now that I've got other cities filling out trade routes, why don't you build one of my favorite wonders, Terracotta Army, which grants every military unit a promotion. So we'll see if the game is still going when that happens. All right, we built a frigate fleet here. Looks like it's time for another frigate fleet, because why not? The city's got pretty good production. Although that might get upgraded in queue to a battleship, but that's not the worst thing if it happens. Do I need to shoot at Chinese muskets down here? No, they're just still doing nothing. The AI is so bad. The city has no one defending it, and it still is not doing anything. All right, we'll just move forward then. All right, Devil's Bay. Now we can finally reach that location. By the way, pretty much our whole faith income is mostly coming from trade routes. Every trade route's worth 1 point of faith. I guess we have random faith elsewhere too. All right, so you just hang out here, ready to shoot at those units if they ever come in range. And meanwhile down here, let's set up to attack next turn. Just out of range here, because I want to use this turn to promote this unit. We already have Embalan, so let's get reinforced hull. And because we can also get this Great Admiral down here next turn. Don't have as many shots to use here, but Wuhan's also much more poorly defended, so. Yep, just keep those great generals. All right. You are building a wonder. Let's see if I can. Peach Shanty is not the worst destination, but let's see if I can get something better. I mean, I have a ton of gold, but I think I'm okay on gold generation right now. I'd rather have the production. So we've mostly filled out our trade routes. Still building a couple more. Yeah, that shaved a turn off the wonder. Is there a way to see how much the trade routes provided for the whole game? No, not that I'm aware of. Not that I know of. All right. All right. Should be able to kill. The frigate fleet is much stronger than that. Range strength 65. This is, I think, strength 50, so we blast that away pretty easily. All right, so we should be able to take these two commerce cities this turn. Yeah, now that the emergency's over, he's willing to sign peace, but... Okay, well that did nothing.
Bolt actions speak louder than words.
All right, on to refining. Just gonna get some more XP on these land units. All right, so there's no health left, so this should be a pretty easy capture now. What? It died attacking a city that had no health at all. Okay. Kind of thought that was like a guaranteed capture, but okay. Okay. I thought that if it was on 1 HP, you were guaranteed to win. Apparently not. Apparently not. Okay. Well, this city is pretty well developed. I think we keep this one with that much stuff in place. Sure. I'm not worried about loyalty because we're going to take the capital this turn, too. I mean, these are some pretty nice cities we can take. There was a cav in that city. True. Oh, you're right. I guess there was a cav in this city. Maybe that's why. Too bad we haven't picked up any... Still no coal here. There's a city right here just out of view. But I don't really care that much about that spot. Let's take the capital and sign peace. I shouldn't have any trouble holding this from a loyalty perspective if the capital is under my control. All right, well, blast away. Trying to use the land units first so the naval units are free to move. All right, this city has nothing in it, though. All right, I have no choice. I have to keep this because it's a capital. Let's see what's in here just out of curiosity. A lot of stuff, including an archaeological museum. All right, and I do want to hold off on signing peace until I can take... How many cities does Khmer have left now? I could leave him with just one city left, but I don't know that matters that much. Do I just sign peace here? Probably. Like, do I care about capturing this city? I'm not sure that I do. I would eliminate him entirely if this city wasn't inland, but it's going to be a pain to try to take that city from being inland. All right. Anchor Tom. And we'll do this one. We'll do this is fine for this one. This is fine. Well, he's not giving 4 cities. He's conceding he's doing a concession. They come out of the occupation penalty. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of raising this city and leaving him with just 1 city remaining. I think I'm gonna go take that city and then afterwards look to sign that deal. All right, you can heal up. You can start heading down to that city. Instantly creates a privateer. Okay, whatever. Yeah, honestly, right now, this Byrene just serving as a scout up here works for me. And again, it might look like I have a ton of money, but that's going to disappear in a hurry when I have to upgrade frigates into battleships. All right, you have a promotion, so let's move you 7 of your 8 tiles and then promote. Take this. Plus 10 combat strength against district defenses. Done. Good stuff. All right, Admiral, come down. Give them extra movement next turn. I mean, this is really the core of the fleet, is all of these frigates that have been upgraded. All right. What do we just finish here? University. So we want the zoo next. Still have no idea where that caravel came from. Devil's Bay, finished a trader. Will we finally manage to get all the traders? You know what? Let's build a neighborhood. I never build neighborhoods. Just for funsies. Oh, wait, I'd have to spend money. Never mind then. This is why these are bad buildings. I was thinking just for funsies, but no. Could build the Panama Canal. That would be pretty useless. This would actually be semi-useful for each lake tile. Are there a lot of lakes within my empire? This is pretty pointless, but the game's almost over, so I'm going to go for it. As I said, it's pretty pointless, but who cares? All right, let's have you repair your monument first. All right, so this is our new... You know what? Why don't you just use your own trade route here and go to Big Trouble? Yes, okay, so we need to reassign this spy because we took the Khmer capital. We already have one with the Russians, so I guess we should send this to Gilgamesh, I guess. Just to get started early. Yes, confirm placement. Yes, confirm placement. It won't let me go there. This game is really weird. I don't understand that, but okay. It apparently won't let me go to one of those cities. Okay. You can't spy on allies. Okay. Huh. Alrighty then. That makes no sense at all, and certainly doesn't make sense historically, but okay. I guess we'll go to the other Russian city then. Yeah, that doesn't really make any sense at all. It's like, wait, what? Anyway. All right, well, let's start blasting away at this Chinese city then. Okay, that did a little bit less than I was hoping to do. All right, just curious to see how much this does. Basically nothing, it would seem. But let's give it a shot just to see. Wow, that did absolutely nothing. Okay. A good example of why ranged units are so overpowered. The melee units just do nothing. Note that the Chinese units continue to just do nothing over here. Now they're embarking in the water for some reason. All right, but let's get our coal prepared finally. Because that actually is the only reason we founded this city. We're very low on coal, unfortunately. We really need another source of coal. Let me see if I can find more coal on the map real quick. Like, there are not a lot of sources. So there's still this stuff up. You know, it might even be worth dumping a settler here just to get... Well, no, it's only one other source, because we do actually have this one in our borders. There's a source under here. Do we get credit for having that? Because we have a district on top of it. There's nothing we can do to change that. Gilgamesh has some. Rapa Nui has some. There's one on a one-tile island here. There's none on this island. Really a coal poor map. And then there's some down here in Russia. Yeah, geez. Not a lot on my homeland, is there? All right, well, yeah, not all that useful. Okay. So yeah, we'll take over this island and okay, well that unit just died. All right, I don't need to change policies. I'm happy with all the ones I have. But mobilization, wait, I have three. Oh, I was like, I have 3 core. Apparently this is only core. Apparently fleets don't count. That's really dumb. I can probably merge some units to get 3 core though. Also, what is this? Like what is this? There's a career settler just walking around here. How dumb is the AI? No. I don't even want to call this. Can we just not call this? So we can't view oil yet. All right, we finished the Ferris wheel, so now we need the aquarium. The aquarium and this zoo will be what actually produce a lot of benefits for us. All right, I mean, we might as well dump in one more envoy there for the because there are 1 or 2 cities that have armories. Okay, so these units that were damaged need to heal. That unit's still healing. You are still grade to cavalry. I think I can put my gold to better use than that. So we have 1 core there. I had a horseman core, but I think it died. Or no, it's the... So I have 2 core for land units, so I just need 1 more. If this field gun travels over and merges with that field gun, or actually I could just merge these 2 over here. That would work. There we go. Easy enough. And since this one can fire twice in 1 turn, I wanted to upgrade it to a core anyway. All right, you have a promotion to heal, so instead of holding you there, plus 14 combat strength against naval raider units. Okay. I don't think I'm going to run into many of these, but I think that's better than any of the other options, just in case we run into one of them. Okay. Kind of a weird thing to have as the last promotion. Hanging dry is losing loyalty. It is? Okay, well. I think we'll be alright. I can always move Victor there if I have to. 100 turns. Something that's not going to happen for 100 turns doesn't sound too scary. Yes, so I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. I'm going to put the details up on my website later today, but plan is to do a draw for fantasy football type Survivor, and link Mario Samus if you're interested. You definitely have a spot as, I think, the single most dedicated fan of AI Survivor. All right, so continue bringing these fleets down here. Yeah, that's more like it. Oh wait, I can actually pillage a trade route here, can't I? Nice. I'll just go ahead and form a fleet from these 2. Why not? All right, are you in range to attack? Not from that tile. Oh, I just used up its movement. I could have fired on it. That was pretty bad. I could have fired there. I could have moved this. All right, this unit has a promotion, so we'll heal it next turn. Nope, keeping the same format, just adding additional stuff. Adding an additional feature. Prediction contest is not going away. All right, this city of Wuhan is about to get absolutely annihilated. In fact, I'll probably move some of the ships away because this is more than I can, more tiles than I have available to attack from. You are at 99 health, so let's... I probably should have just healed up that last hit point. Wait, this city now has loyalty issues? What? How is this city struggling from rebellion? Whatever. Oh, we have a builder here, so we can look to repair some of the damage that's been done. Or put down improvements on stuff that never got improvements, like this horses and jungle tile. Still waiting on the... Have you noticed that these units have just literally done nothing the entire time? These Chinese muskets have just run around in circles doing nothing. AI inexplicably bad in this game. All right, so this frigate fleet, come over here. So yeah, we should be able to, we'll grab these two cities. We'll make peace with, at least we'll make peace with the Khmer, just because that last city is in an awkward spot. This one I'm pretty sure I'm raising. I don't think there's much here to make this a worthwhile city to hold on to. China, I would really like to eliminate China. I'm going to see if there's a naval route over to that last city. If there is, I'll eliminate them. If not, I'll sign peace. All right, finally we can get back here and repair that next turn. The Bireme. You know, when we're in our upgrade policies, I might be able to upgrade the Bireme. We'll see. Just the one thing is the ironclads use up coal as well, so I'm kind of hesitant to make too many ironclads because I want that coal for, yeah. I want that coal for battleships instead. Oh my god, another World Congress. All right, this we can do. Let's go for this. We want naval range. We want... Does it, wait, does this include naval ranged or not? I have no idea if this is naval ranged or not, but let's just go for it. This is maybe the last World Congress, so let's just load up and try to get this passed. Whatever. I could try to get a big production bonus, but I already have the units I need. Actually, let's do the opposite. Make it harder for someone to produce something with faith, because I don't really do anything with faith. Let's see if the AI will vote as a team again. We're going to declare war in like 2 turns. But... Ranged. Okay, and now I don't know if this applies to... Wow, 24. Someone invested a heck of a lot of faith in this. What was it that passed gold? All right. Producing or purchasing military units with gold is minus 50% of the cost. Okay, whatever. I have plenty of gold. Now I'm curious if the ranged... here's another great admiral. This one I'm going to retire immediately. So many great admirals. Plus 50% flanking bonus. That could be handy. Let's just see if it does apply. It does not appear that it applies to naval units, which makes no sense. You would think that it would. But... All right. Well, I'm going to need one... Let's fill up all those spots near the city first. We can get this unit out of the way and promote this unit. Just move it up towards the next city while I have the movement points. All right, so we have a lot of units that can fire on poor Wuhan. There's a good chance I can take the city right now, depending on how many of these shots I'm able to take. So this is not a fleet, so I'm going to move out of the way so an actual fleet can fire. And that's that. Yeah, I think this is a raise. I don't see anything here I particularly want. Just look at the city to see if there's anything useful here. Nope, not much here. Goodbye. All right, off to do the same to Hari Haralaya, which is also pretty vulnerable. 2 turns away. So we are going to need a city's borders to upgrade. Maybe this Russian city we can use to upgrade our upgrade everything into battleships. Because you can only upgrade in your borders. It did have tobacco and coffee. I think I already have those resources, though. Where's the resource report? Resources. See, I already have coffee. Getting it from Peter. I guess I didn't have tobacco, though. So perhaps it would have been worthwhile to hold on to just for that. Oh well. And could have used it to upgrade units. Oh well. Too late now. Don't want to fiddle with loyalty. A lot of stuff to repair here. Meanwhile, off we go with all our land units. Again, as soon as I take this, I can sign a deal with peace treaty with the Khmer. All right, yep, just repairing stuff. Loyal actually finished its district. Oh, there's actually something to shoot at here. Okay. Well, that was fast. How much niter do we have? Enough to build another... well, if I build another frigate, it's going to get auto-upgraded in Q to a battleship. I'm not sure that's what I want. Like, this one's already upgrading in Q. I think it might be more useful to build a water park district here. I don't want to spend 200 gold just to put it on that tile unless it reaches an additional city. Let's see if it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. I think I'll still be okay on upgrades, although it's going to be pushing it. So that'll cover all these cities. They already have a zoo, but this will give them another source of happiness. Okay. So over here, we're going to finish one zoo next turn. I guess we can just do another trader because we still have not finished our routes yet. Look at the wonder under construction. We've got the base of it done. This musket unit is probably never going to make it up to the front lines. I think I'll just hold it here. It wasn't a unit I really wanted anyway. You are just going to retire. That'll give us more money for upgrades. All right, this frigate fleet, come on east, join the party. About to get ready to attack Russia shortly. Still waiting to defend Big Trouble and still not needing to do so because the AI can't do anything. You know what? At this point, the walls will be done before they're able to menace the city. So here, just head on. Come join the group. All right, now we can finally repair this. Now we're finally in positive on coal. Really like to have one more stock. Another source. Moscow's probably a raise. We don't know what's in there because I was never able to scout the city. Again, I wouldn't mind just eliminating China. He was such a... Wait, another special session? Are you kidding me? Another military emergency? Gilgamesh won't. It passed. Gilgamesh did not vote. Of course they all voted for it. All right, well now we're at war with Peter anyway. At least we'll be able to scout out his territory now. Yeah. All right. So now we're at war with everyone again. Well, so much for signing peace. I would have been right back to war with the Khmer anyway. Although I wish I had signed peace with him because I would have gotten these cities out of occupation. Now he won't sign peace and they'll stay in the occupation penalty. Oh no, never mind. He is willing to sign peace. Okay, well let's just take that city and then these emergencies, so stupid. At least the city only has 58 defensive strength. That's not a lot. Just out of range to get a shot in this turn. I don't think any of these frigates can make it. This privateer can. All right, one more. No, you. First district defenses. All right. Yeah, this frigate's one tile short, unfortunately. Privateer. That's not going to do a whole lot, but still took 14 off the wall. Oh, and this doesn't have the Renaissance walls, so that's nice. All right, now this frigate can make it over here. Actually, since you have enough movement, I'll move you forward another tile. There we go. Yep, just moving them all up. I will need a unit to be the one that actually captures the city. I should be able to take that next turn. And then I can use the borders to upgrade. Let's bring you over here too. Unfortunately, you can't make it any further. One of you pull over here, and then one of you join the ships that are heading in this direction. So we can finally now actually scout Russian territory. All right, I don't need the health right now. So there's another city over here. All right. Hey, look, there's Russian, very outdated Russian ships over here. All right. Let's hold off on attacking Moscow just yet, because it does have the encampment to help shoot, and 75 strength is not a joke. Let's take this city first, and then we can start pushing east from there. Also, my fleet's a little dispersed right now. I just ignore the enemy units, the units that are whatchamacallit, religious. Just like completely ignore them. All right, this unit can now get over here. What the? It went right back on the land again? What the heck? Oh my god. This game and its movement rules. All right, so we finished the area of effect thingy. We can actually put the Colosseum down here too. That'll give us some more happiness. Cool. So that should have helped with the amenities situation a bit. I mean, everything's still displeased, but at least we managed to pick up some. I mean, that's 2 amenities to all the cities that were in range. Okay, order of operations. Has room to build a lot of stuff. But at this stage of the game, that doesn't really matter that much. Just do a monument real quick. Do I think J-Man is the weakest leader in AI Survivor with a first place finish? Hard to say, maybe. He certainly hasn't been. There's a couple of others that have been unimpressive and have. I think maybe it's. I might say maybe De Gaulle is probably the weakest with a first place finish. He's been really bad in every game except one. So if I had to pick one, I'd probably say De Gaulle. I mean, like, look at the power ratings of everyone in this game. I'm at 1380, and, like, no one, like, Gilgamesh has, I have not fought Gilgamesh the whole game. His power is under 100. It's like, what? How can the AI be that bad? It's like under 100? What? Anyway, we're with Vilnius? We are. Okay. Just so I know that here's yet another AI that's been pulled into conflict, another city-state that's been pulled into conflict with me. Okay, so we fixed that. Was this pillaged? It's hard to. I think we improved that previously. If it wasn't improved before, we should improve it. All right. Well, anyway, we should be able to blast this city out, and then we'll be able to put our upgrade policies in play. If we're curious about, let's just look at the world rankings because I've been ragging on the AIs. So I've researched 40 techs. I have 240 beakers per turn. The Khmer, now I have beat up the Khmer really badly, so this is not a fair comparison. But how about Russia? I've never fought Russia the whole game. Their science is 142 per turn. Again, this is deity difficulty. I'm easily out researching them. Gilgamesh, I've never fought. 113. It's like, are you kidding me? How can they be so bad at this? Gilgamesh, I've never fought him. His culture is 85. I have 246. Now, China, I've crushed, but Peter, I've never fought. He's 100 culture per turn. Again, military power, I'm 1380. The next highest AI is 220. I guess China is 450. I mean, it's like they're pathetic. I'm actually leading in diplomatic points somehow. I guess the only thing I have to worry about is if someone could win a religious victory, but that's not going to happen. So the AI is just really bad at this game. Okay.
Engineering is the art of directing the
All right,
sources.
give me those battleships. Oh wait, we can't change civ. All right, we can't. We're not in. I should have had a civic swap queued up for this turn. Well, that's fine. We can't. We'll have to upgrade once we have our upgrade policies in place. Okay. So I need to. This might be a good city to hold just because it'll be good for up. There's a lot of tiles for upgrading in there. All right. That was the last thing I really needed in terms of research. It's not a whole lot else I kind of need in this game. I guess we'll just back up and pick this up. Pick up some of the texts I ignored. Wait, what? Where's the... Okay, astronomy. Sure, we'll just pick up some text I skipped over. All right, so here's the builder that I was working on previously. The city is not too great when it comes to production, so why don't you just do this and you'll probably never finish that, and that's okay. This city's still under the occupation penalty. +3 production, we can do better than that. Granary might actually finish before the game's over. You're still repairing stuff. All right. Let's take this city, or probably raise this city. I'm going to start with the units in the back, because they're the ones who have the hardest time making it up close to the city to attack. I'm going to move you to here. If I have room for you to attack, I will, but I don't know if I'll have room for you to attack. Okay, you to here. Okay, we'll have room for that unit to attack. Let's leave this free for a melee unit to do the actual capturing. This is not a fleet, so it's a little bit weaker. Move you to here. I mean, once all the other ships get in range and start blasting away, it does a lot of damage. Yep. All right, let's see if there's anything in this city worth keeping. I need to see the actual city. No, this city has like nothing. No resources, nothing of value. Down it goes. And now let's see if we can sign peace with this guy. All right, he's willing to cede all of the captures. How about anything else? All right, we got all his money. Got all his diplomatic favor. I don't care about this, but he has it, so I'll take it. All right, he won't take the niter, though. All right. I mean, we would have eliminated him. He has 500 grievances against us. I would have eliminated him, except that I can't reach this city easily. So that also means we're no longer at war with actually most of the city-states. He was apparently suzerain of a couple of city-states. Yeah, Rapa Nui and Mohenjo-Daro. Vilnius is under Russian control. Check for oil. That's a fair point. Well, oh, it did have oil. People are like, there's oil at that city. Okay, well, hopefully there's enough oil that we don't have to worry about that. Okay, oil seems to be a bit more common. Not in my territory, of course. Not in my territory, but, you know. Is there seriously, like, no oil anywhere in my territory? Are you kidding me? I own 80% of the world and there's no oil, apparently, anywhere in my territory. But there was some at the city I just raised. Okay, cool. I'm literally scrolling around the entire map and there's no oil. Except over here and on these one-tile islands. So Archduke, I'm probably not going to play a play-by-email game anytime soon. You can click on the resource icon at right to look where is the resource icon at right. Here we go. Okay. There's some over here. Ha! It turns out there's none in my territory, but there's some in the Khmer cities I just captured. All right, well, glad I held on to them then. All right, well, we know what you're doing then. You've got 2 builds. Let's go improve those oil resources, both of them. That'll at least give me some. Thanks, Alhambra. That was definitely an easier way of finding that. Alrighty. So now we just need to get into the policies that actually allow us to upgrade. As I said, I think the way to do that is to take this Russian city here and use its territory for upgrading purposes. All right, I'm still hoping to find. I think the city center tile is right here. Meantime, we'll keep sinking these idiotic units that are just out here. Oh, maybe I can even get some money for shooting this one because it's a privateer. Nope. Need plastics to build oil wells at sea. Okay. Do we? Can only be built on land tiles. You're right. Okay. Need plastics to extract it from sea. Where is that? Oh, that's pretty far down the list, isn't it? Well, I guess it's not that far down the list. Well, we'll start heading there because that's actually useful. Might be our only way to get oil because apparently there's no land tiles that have oil like anywhere in the world. This was on the water anyway, so that wouldn't have helped me. There's like some size 1 city or some water tile, like 1-tile islands with oil. It is kind of crazy that there were so few resources on my starting continent, right? I still can't believe that there's literally not a single source of oil anywhere here. I still wish that you could just like flip on the resource, like you could turn on the strategic resource lens like in Civ 4. Like there is not a single source of oil anywhere in here. This is like Kaiser's territory and play by email 18. No oil. There's one here. One oil resource over here on land. It's kind of incredible how little there is. And there's water. I mean, there's water sources aplenty, but yeah, there is like none on land. There's like one in the entire world. So you might have to go to plastics. It's common on archipelagos. to have these short unstrategic resources. Okay. All right, well, enough of that. I'm considering settling just for that oil source. It might be better just to wait for plastics. Anyway, back to the military stuff. I've delayed enough. I don't actually need oil that badly. I would for more late game stuff, but battleships don't require oil. They require coal, and that's the resource I have at least a decent amount of. Not for long. I mean, as soon as I... All right, let's move you in here to scout. Oh! Somebody forgot to build walls at this city. Well, well, well. Unfortunately, well, this is not going to take long to capture then, is it? I took 3 damage in killing that unit. Okay. I am a little surprised I was able to do that, but okay. Phoenicia doing weird stuff again. With its embarking weirdity. Alright, again, we're just trying to stay out of range of... we can easily take this next turn, and then we'll have a base for upgrading. And then it's time to bring out the battleships, and if you thought that there was pain before, oh boy. If you thought the frigates were strong... So we're staying out of range of that encampment for right now. That should be pretty good. So bring these over and upgrade them. Oh, this unit has a... I should have known that. I should have paid more attention to that. Wait, this is not supposed to be able to shoot twice. Okay. Why was it... It was only supposed to be able to shoot twice if it hasn't moved on the turn, but apparently the interface got confused and it was able to move twice anyway. Even though it shouldn't have been able to. Oh, hey, we got a builder over here. Cool. Can use it at whatever Novgorod turns into. Anyway. Yep. You just keep on skedaddling over here so we can turn you into a battleship fleet. Same. Well, actually, you're a privateer, so you can't be upgraded. So, Boomtown? I don't think we want to repeat the route. We have better routes available now. What about Big Trouble? I like the 2 beakers we get for that. Didn't move on land, so apparently that counts. Alright, so I have a builder here. Ah, that's right. I wanted to improve some of these water tiles. That's what this builder was going to do. Nice. At least up until the next time a winter storm pops up. I wish I'd been able to capture that Khmer settler. I could have tossed it down on that spot, but I had no melee units over there to capture it. Anyway. Alright. This iron... Okay, cool. This ironclad can be promoted. Alright. I'll just promote that this turn. We found a barb camp. Plus 10 combat strength in a formation. I have a couple units that are like that. I have not been too diligent about keeping them in formations, I'm afraid. Might as well take the free damage. So I don't know if these ships over here can get in range to fire or not. Looks like most of them are going to be a little bit out of range. Kill the barb archer. Anyway. But these units are certainly in range to get upgraded next turn. Alright, this unit has a promotion, so let's just use its promotion this turn. Upgrading against district defenses, because we've got a lot of that. Alright, now this frigate can just barely get in range to shoot. And that should, yeah, pretty much do it, as far as health for that city. Nice. All right, just to get the last bit of health off that. So normally I would not keep this city because it's kind of garbage, but there's a difference here. Um, and that's that we need a place to upgrade. So we're going to keep this, and we're going to move Victor here. For loyalty purposes, just to hopefully hold this city. All right, looks like it's okay, but I think having a governor there will help. Unit in formation means that there's another land unit locked in a formation with it. We actually got a builder here too. 1, 2, 3. Sadly, this is just out of range, 4 tiles away. Unfortunate, but all right. Maintenance depot. I like that idea. Maintenance depot. Maintenance depot. Good question, Rayson. All right, so I've got. Oh, this unit can't move any more tiles. I guess it's just stuck there for right now. Here I have the more great admirals than I can actually use problem. All right, so yeah, so we'll flip into our upgrading policies next turn. But in the meantime, we can work on shooting at the defenses of this whatchamacallit. I don't care about the land units; they're irrelevant. This encampment, that's it. Oh, that did like nothing. How did? Oh, all of his units his cities just jumped up to 86. We actually are going to need the battleships because the defensive strength went way up for no clear reason here. All right, 7 tiles. I can get to. Hold on. If I move the Byreme out of the way, which is just mostly being used for scouting right now. Oh, I guess I still can't fire at that. Oh well. This is a non-fleet. Let's merge it together with the other non-fleet, just so that all of my frigates are fleets. And then I can actually upgrade them to armadas as well, but I probably need some units that aren't in fleets to turn them into armadas. And look at this. We've got the... Wait, we don't have a Great Admiral boosting this? Well, I do probably have to reduce this just so I can move through here. And then there's some land units in the area too, but I don't quite want to land them just yet. I want the battleships to clear out a route. I still don't know if there's a sea passage over here to China. I'm hoping that there is. Yeah, you just keep fixing stuff. Fix that Watt. You build a factory for the neighborhood. Loyal. This city down here. Still Chinese units just doing nothing. You know what? Build me a trader. Do something. I don't know what this city does. That'll never finish, but whatever. So Niteropolis is continuing to complete some amenities for lack of better stuff to do. You know what? I could do the same thing here. Just build a water park for yourself. Provide a few more amenities. All right, you keep moving down. You are heading... Oh, wait, that's right. We can't connect these oils yet. Well, why don't you hang around until we can connect these oils? Also, why? Why did the movement... Like, the movement that the game interface showed and the movement that actually took place were completely different. What a weird game. All right. Very strange game sometimes. All right, as for you though, you actually do have work to do. Gonna improve these water tiles for Midway. Can actually upgrade this ship over here. I can actually start blasting away at Vilnius because I can set up outside of range of the city and just start reducing its defenses. Of course, I need a melee unit to capture, but I do have this musket. Obviously, it would take like 8 turns, but, you know, we can start chipping away at the walls. All right, we got another unit here. Now, I thought I lumber milled one of these tiles, and then it was pillaged. Wish I could see which one it was. Could have sworn one of these had a lumber mill. Oh well. Alrighty. Continuing to refuse to deal to see if I can get over there and actually kill him or not. As I said, my preference is just to flat out eliminate China.
In order to rally people, governments need enemies.
Oh, levy on mass is a good policy too. That'll save me a lot of money. Because I've been running conscription. Alright. But that said, I don't think I can run it right now because I need to put in the upgrade policy card. Alright, where's the upgrade one? Where is the upgrade? I can't find it. One of you has probably already spotted it, and I'm just not seeing it. Here it is, golden, there it is. Force modernization, that's it, okay. Also, even though science is good, I think it's probably better to... do I want this or do I want Levée en masse? Levée en masse definitely goes here. I can't take this out, I have so many problems with amenities already. All right, I'll keep this in place for right now because I want to get over to plastics. All right, we have 3,000 gold. Okay, well, time to start doing these upgrades, shall we? And we're gonna need like every water tile available for upgrading. So yeah, each upgrade is 300, and the battleships require 1 coal per turn to maintain, so they are not cheap. But we now have 80 range strength at 3 tile range, so that's pretty good. One of the issues, though, is a lot of my Great Admirals are not going to boost these units. So these are modern era units, so only industrial era Great Admirals are going to boost them. So I should probably start retiring the non-industrial ones. I wish it would show what does it show what era they are? Here it is. Yeah, so this is Renaissance and Industrial. See, this is not going to boost the battleships, so I should probably get rid of them just so I don't get confused. This one as well doesn't boost them. But this one does. This one does. So this is the one that matters. Because it's the battleships that are going to be doing all the damage from here on out. So these Great Admirals I should probably just retire so I don't get confused about which is which. What's his ability? Creates a privateer. Okay. Well, we'll see about that. And this one is forms an armada. Okay. That is handy. We could use that to upgrade. We could use that to turn something into an armada. Do we have like one frigate that's not upgraded? Oh well. Well, maybe we can still get value out of it. As I said, I want to retire these units because they're just going to confuse me otherwise. All right. Well, anyway, let's continue. Probably going to take an extra turn to get all these units upgraded. And I guess we just keep going. 25% less war awareness. This could be useful. And this would allow us to... This we should go for, because then we can get national parks, which could help. Yep, just as Elhamram was saying, time to retire them. It's partly just a confusion thing. It's easier just not getting confused about what's what. I'd prefer to avoid that. So this is the one that we want. This is the industrial. and modern. And I should get another great person in like 5 turns anyway. That'll give me 2 of them. But like this one, I think I'm going to retire this one. Must not be a corps or army. Okay, that's kind of annoying. So I don't know if I have any frigates that are not already upgraded into a fleet. Do we want to upgrade the Byrene? I just want to use this. I guess I could use it for one of these privateers. Actually, no, there's an ironclad over here with the 4 promotions. I think that's a worthwhile use. Because now this has 87 melee strength. That's pretty good. But mostly it was just retiring the unit because I was tired of it. This is whatever. I was just using them up so I didn't get confused. All right, other upgrades to be done. As I said, I don't think I'm going to have quite enough tiles to get them all this turn. Yeah, I still have two more to go over there, and I have another one. Remember, I have the frigate over here too. So remember how I saved up all that money? I was like 3,000 gold. Yeah, well, it goes pretty quickly, but it's so worthwhile. So worthwhile. Oh, hey, I could get the tobacco resource here. It's outside my borders though. Let's see if I have enough. Let's move this guy here, and we'll see if I have enough to improve that tile. Alrighty, other units. So this is going to be a quieter turn as far as shooting at the enemy goes. But it's not just the extra damage from battleships, it's the extra range is such a big deal too. Because they can actually, as I said, set up shop outside of the range of enemies, or enemy defenses, and just pound away. And of course the strength is much higher too. I mean, this is 80 range strength, and they're going to have the Great General too, so yeah. I mean, it won't matter, like, Russia did upgrade its defenses, and they're pretty strong, but anything that's not... I mean, I was just hitting a city with 50. Like, look at Gilgamesh. His capital is 70. The city is 66. Like, 59? I would have, like, plus 30 strength. I would destroy the city in, like, 2 shots. It gets absurd. All right, anyway, so I've got more units than I know what to do with here. This unit, unfortunately, can't do a whole lot. I'm thinking of taking one... As soon as I have this encampment down, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ironclad and just run it to the right here and just on a scouting mission. I don't really want to land my land units just yet. I think I'll just keep holding them out here for right now. I think that's just about everything for this turn. Oh, these units should go back and re-embark though, just to save time. I've got a builder here too. All right, so that's already improved. Got some spare charges here, so whatever, you can improve that. Lonely Mountain just finished yet another trader. So many traders. Let's move you to one of my cities over here. This just finished a university, okay. Are we finally out of traders? No, we can still build another trader. I was like, I'm running out of trade routes to build them on. All right, this seems like the right tile for that Great General. And apparently, one of these Chinese units strayed close enough. Well, 93 damage. Yep, I don't think we need to defend that city. Think we're good there. This is oh, can move after attacking. That's nice. I usually don't get the privateer class ships high enough to use that. Poor Byreme. How am I doing on coal? I might be in a position where I'm starting to lose coal per turn, so I'm gonna have to. I don't think I want any more ironclads, and I think I need another coal source. I. It is possible I might need to toss down a city here just for another source of coal, but we'll see. I'm hoping I can get the coal from China's city over here before I run out. Anyway, Horseshoe Bay. Run that trade route. Just move you up here. All right, we still have 3 charges left. So I can put the fishery down, but we should probably improve the actual resources first. This would be a nice tile for one of those fishery liang improvements. All right, you I'm going to put on a go-to order to Vilnius. Actually, no, the AI is so bad I do not trust you on a go-to order. Stay in the water. You are much faster in the water. You don't seem to understand that. I will get oil from St. Petersburg. Ah, there's oil here. There's coal here. Okay, gotcha. There is coal here. That's actually really useful. That's good news. Okay, so that means we probably don't need a settler there. Okay. Yes, we did rebuild after a natural disaster. Ending spiritual suffering is important as easing physical distress. All right, let's get these battleships in the water, shall we? All right, first up, this guy. I'm gonna move forward. Kind of thought I'd get a bigger result than this, but you know, one step at a time. Plus 10 from districts. So not really bigger than what we had before, but that's because the AI was able to upgrade. But you know, the good news is every single battleship can fire because of the 3 range. Like before, being in range was a big issue. Now it's not a big issue anymore. Now it's easy to get in range. I mean, we're still going to reduce this thing this turn pretty easily. Where's my other? There were 2 more frigates. Here we go. You move here and upgrade. We'll just swap you 2. All right, I believe that's all of my frigates upgraded. Let's just double check to see. Here's Byreme. Yep, I got all of them upgraded. So now I have a lot of battleship fleets. Cool. I am also now losing. I am accumulating 6 per turn and I'm consuming 10 per turn, so I'm slowly running out of coal. So that will be an issue, but we should be able to fix that. All right, anyway. Just have to make sure I do have enough tiles for all these guys to shoot from. Should just about do it. Do I have any more battleships? Did I fire with all of them already? Do have some privateers, although their attacks are going to be a lot weaker. All right. So does this thing still exert zone of control, just out of curiosity? Where it's okay, even though there's no health remaining, it still does exert zone of control apparently. Because I wanted to send an ironclad racing past here, but all right. 2. All right, well, this is still a safe tile to move on to. Wait, I can't attack this thing? Oh, is it now free to move through?
As it turned.
Okay. I don't care about Kilimanjaro. So I can't move through there? But why can't the privateer shoot this thing then? Oh, this is already attacked. It can move after firing. Okay. Never mind then. Maybe this is the ship I'm going to use. It is already shot. That one has moved after shooting. Gotcha. Okay, that helps clarify. Look at all of Russia's great people. They have 5 great writers, a great artist, and a great musician have assembled to defend the capital. That's the defense. Okay. Well, anyway, let's start getting some of these units in position to land and start shelling St. Petersburg. I can have this land next turn. Don't want this to get shot by Yaroslavl for no reason, so move you back. No need to take damage if I don't have to. It looks like I do have enough money to purchase this tile, because I'm basically done with upgrades here. So even though that's very expensive, it does give us a luxury that we don't have. Trying to get everything over here. Kind of the narrow choke point here. Alright, this field gun I'd love to get into the action too. But I don't want it to get shot for no reason. So I think we'll hold with my other melee units here. Anyway, one more shot will take this down, and then everything can just move through. Move up the battleships and attack St. Petersburg. You haven't moved a unit into it. Wait, that thing? Is that what you need to do? It doesn't have any health left, though. I don't see how it could fire. It has no health. Maybe I'm wrong, but I wouldn't think so. Just in case you do need to move a unit onto it, let's get some kind of melee unit ready then. All right. Oh, there's actually, look at that. There's actually stuff on all the sides. Well, hopefully the cursor can unload there and hop on. All right, anyway, so this built a shipyard. University. Cities can still fight with no health. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I guess we'll see, right? I just assumed that it couldn't join. And we can actually merge. So this does not have, this is not a core. Or, yeah, it's not a core and it's next to one. Why don't we just merge these together into an army? It's a very strong field cannon. Well, I mean, we can always attack it with this, too, if we need to next turn, right? I don't have any... Hold on, we could try this. Let's try this. Can I attack that, or... whatever. We'll just wait for next turn. Finish pummeling that. This is probably still the best tile for the Admiral to be on. All right, listening post. Because we apparently can't do anything else right now. Again, the interface just lies about where the units can go. I still can't get over that. All right, well, I don't have a lot of options for these trade routes, not surprisingly, so we'll just run it to hanging dry, because I don't really think I need money. All right, so you were finished upgrading. 2, 3. Oh, I need visibility. That's right. You can't shoot at things you don't have visibility on. All right. So I need like a spotter unit for this. And I don't know that I have another unit. Any unit would do. I don't have a unit available until this musket can get down there. I'm just going to move you one tile at a time because I don't trust the AI. I still don't know what happened there. It looked like it lost movement by moving through the city center. Oh well. Guess we'll just hang out here for... Oh, hey. Okay. Now I've got a spotter. Now I've got a spotter. The builder just has to move in to provide vision and then move out. All right. 2 builds left. Well, this city's gonna have a lot of food. I don't know if it has enough health. Some pretty good water tiles here, though, right? Not bad. I'll improve the fish tiles, I guess, with the remaining charge. Probably about the best I could do there. All right, anyway, so we're still in the process of reducing this. Yeah, I guess it still did
The
shoot.
best steel doesn't always shine the brightest.
Oh, all my cities now have urban defense, so. All right, well. I'm going to use a privateer, I think, to take the last bit of health off this. All right, well, it's completely gone now. It still is apparently exerting zone of control, even with nothing. All right, there we go. Now it should be going. All right, now the path is cleared to move forward. Let's see what's down here first. That's very unfortunate. This is a dead end. So there doesn't appear to be any easy way to get to this last Chinese city. So I think we signed peace with China because I don't have any way to get over here. Like there's no water passage. I was hoping it would connect down here, but no such route. Blocked off by the southern ice. Okay. He won't give me anything, but I can just sign peace anyway. Okay, whatever. Goodbye. I should have taken the shot. I had in big trouble. Another barb camp. Whatever. All right, on we go. We're not going to extract an artifact. And apparently we're not going to build an oil well. All right, but the good news is we did clear a path forward. So now let's get these battleships shuffling forward. 1, 2, 3. Can still hit this city from there. And I'm going to need my admiral moved up to boost all of these units. The shelling has begun. Oh, it only has 200 health walls, not the higher tier walls. Okay. Ships are like all trapped in this very narrow area right now. Should have room to get a lot. Okay, that's more like it. Just making sure I move these ships in such a way that they all have room to operate. Really no place to run or hide once these battleships are on the scene. Either you are strong enough to contest them in the field or you're not. And if you're not, you just lose, pretty much. All right. I don't think we'll be able to take it this turn, so I will occupy this space. Good damage. Wait, this tile can also hit, can it? The fleet's just blowing the living daylights out of these ships. All right, that one already fired. So we'll capture all of these cities on the coast just because we can. It's not going to take long. And then we'll steam over to our friend Gilgamesh. How much longer is our alliance last with him anyway? Is there a way to see that? Where's active? There must be a way to see how long we I don't know when we signed it. Oh well. We actually can't declare war on him yet, but I think we're like 2/3 of the way through that alliance. Or something like that. All right. Now, again, you'd think that there would be some kind of unit defending the homeland here for Russia, but no, he's just got a bunch of great people. All right, maybe we could have captured the city this turn. I didn't think I'd be able to do that much damage. Guess I was wrong. Anyway, well, we'll capture it next turn. Got the ironclad ready to go. And then they'll just sail up and blast the living daylights out of Yaroslavl. Why don't you actually heal while we're here? We didn't have any units defending our homeland either. I suppose that is true. All right, so I'm currently losing 6 coal per turn. I do not want to run out of coal. I still might need that settler for this spot up here. I'm not going to lie. Maybe China, maybe I can get some coal from China. No, he doesn't have coal. He might not have the tech for it. Because this will give me another source, but I'm going to need another source. And you know what? This builder needs to be ready to connect that coal. I know there's a Russian builder here, but I don't know if that'll instantly flip to my control. I have to be ready to toss an improvement down there. Okay. I can run the policy that gives me an extra coal from each source. I can drop the upgrade policy, for example. All right, so we finished the water park upgrade. That's good. I don't know that there's much more to build here in this city because we're pretty close to the end of the game. Maybe I just build a settler to go grab that other source of coal just for safety's sake. Something like that. Move capital, okay. Make that way too expensive to be worthwhile. Yeah, like similarly, this city is kind of done with stuff. I guess we'll just do that because I'm trying to not spend so much time working on these cities. The bombard. Let's move this to here, and then we can have it land and attack Yaroslavl next turn. Privateer. You know, I was going to say attack Yaroslavl, but honestly, every tile that's in range of Yaroslavl is probably I'm probably going to want to have occupied by an enemy unit. But this one. All right, I guess instead of might as well get some value from the privateers this turn. They'll have to move out of the way next turn, but get a little tickle damage in. All right, Byrene, why don't you go out on scouting duty again? And meanwhile, remember over here, builder goes into spot for us. Why can't it do a ranged attack? Oh, are we not at war with Vilnius anymore? Oh, we're no longer at war. Okay, well, that explains. We're no longer at war with Vilnius. Okay. I was like, what? But we're not at war anymore. All right, well, that was easy. Goodbye, Cossack. No good on the seas. Connecting the oil by the military district at St. Petersburg. Yep. I've got 2 builders here that'll be able to... Wait, oil by the military... There's an oil resource here too? I don't see an oil. I might just be missing it. I see the coal on the land west of the city. Ah, yes. Well, between this builder and that builder, yes, we should actually do that, and that would actually give us the boost for one of these techs west of the city. Okay, this one here. Yes, we should use a builder charge for that. I did not see that unit. And you, all right, you've already improved that tile? Have you improved this tile? No. Oh, here's another. Oh, we actually got a great person that was not a great admiral. Shocking. Computers and 1 random tech from the modern era. Okay. So computers. Where's computers? Oh, here. Okay. Let's see. So we won't get this. We won't get this. We might be able to get the national park one. We won't get this. Might be worth holding until I build a national park, or it might be worth just popping immediately to see if I can get combustion, which is the only one I care about right now. All right, so we finished the water park. All right, now for the Ferris wheel. I'm just still repairing districts there. Devil's Bay has finally finished another trade route. You know, it's working on a wonder, so why don't we continue to give it extra production? It's ran smack into the housing cap, of course, but alrighty. Do I just pop this immediately? Because I don't really care, I'm just gonna use this right away. Oh my god. We actually got the one I wanted, which is combustion. Are you kidding me? That was like 1 in 4 odds, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was 1 in 4 odds, and we got it. Nice. And we'll be able to boost this because we'll build the oil well. And then we can actually hook up oil. Fisheries with Liang present is stronger than resource tiles. Okay, that's good to hear. At this stage of the game, it's not super crucial, but well said. All right, how do we want to do this? All right, will you clear this out, please? Thank you. I'll probably use a privateer to kill this. Just so this is dead. Mostly dead. Right, now I think one of these has earned yeah, this ship has earned a promotion. So let's move this out of the way because space is pretty tight here. And use your turn to promote. Take that because I'm mostly shooting district defenses right now. All right, let's move you up here. I'm going to take you and have you fire on the city from here. Trying to clear out some space. All right, I think I want one more shot here just to be sure. You're going to be the one who takes the city. This will get you a promotion, so let's move you up here. That should definitely do it. I'm going to move you up here as well. Shoot at Yaroslavl. You be the one who takes the city. Progress towards opera and ballet. Is this tile improved? I don't think so. I don't think this has actually been improved. So we need to get a builder over there, ASAP. We have to keep it. We have no choice because it's a capital. Oh, there's more oil here too. Nice. Good thing I keep grabbing these units that can easily be captured. So we have builders to improve stuff. All right, this unit has a promotion, so I'm going to use this turn to take that promotion. Yeah, we've got multiple builders here, so I think this one is safe to like hop over here and grab that. Or maybe this, because this is the one that's most critical right now. All right, so let's move that admiral up to boost units up here. That's, how about this tile? I think this is probably the best. Okay, so now that you're here, move you here, out of the way, fire. Let's move you up to here. So this, wow, minus 37, okay. This didn't even get touched. This is a field cannon army. So we have minus 17 because it's against a city, but like we still get up to 75 here. There we go. Now, this should not get to fire twice. Remember, the promotion is +1 if unit has not moved. I very clearly moved, and I still get to attack twice, so I don't know what's going on with that. We've said, how many times have I said how buggy this game is? Very, very buggy game. Even now, after all this, I mean, it's not like this game was just released. It came out 4 years ago. All right, I have to hold this tile open for a melee unit to capture the city. Do I have another? Yes, I do. I have this ironclad can come be in position to capture. All right, but we still have more battleships, so let's keep getting them in. Right? There's still some more that haven't attacked yet. These ships have fired. Oh, here's another one. This one that took out the district defenses at that other city last turn. So once you get to battleships, it's like the game's just kind of over because the AI can't defend against them at all. Like that was pretty easy, wasn't it? Let's see if we want to keep this city. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, that looks pretty good, even as an entertainment complex. I don't mind holding on to that. So we can rename these cities. Oh yeah, we had suggestions. Didograd. Play on the Petrograd, St. Petersburg. Now there is another. Maybe we can get rid of this swarm of Russian great people that are just still hanging out here. Alrighty, so we'll take Moscow probably next turn. And once we have Moscow, we'll sign peace with Peter, because I can't reach his cities with my navy, and that's all I care about. If there was any easy way to get through here, I mean, I guess a canal could go here, but it's outside range of my cities. You know what we could do? Ooh, idea. What if we rush bought a settler and plopped it down here, and then we just sailed through? Would that even work? See if we can get some more vision over here. It probably wouldn't even work. Battleship Cove. Okay, probably wouldn't even work. Just like can't get over to the remaining cities in there. Yeah, would be nice, but probably not. Probably not worth it. Let's be honest. All right, what hasn't moved this turn? I still like technically have this bombard. The Corsair could go explore. See if there actually is a path through here. Oh no, my pledge to the Russian Empire has been broken. How is that even possible? Okay. So once again, another naval unit, another barbarian unit. More barbs. Okay. We'll just repair that. Same thing. Repair. We have a governor. At this point, the governor titles don't really matter because the game's gone so long. Let's take the one promotion do I even want that? Take this. Actually, this would probably be better. Well, I guess it's only for the one city. I don't really care at this point. Anyway. So, as I said, at this point, actually, this is probably better. We'll sail up and take that last city, and then we'll go start moving towards Gilgamesh. And when that alliance is done, we'll take the capital, and that'll be the end of the game. I think the alliance doesn't have too much longer to go. So this musket. Select a yes, because we captured that city. Well, I'd love to send them to Gilgamesh, but apparently you can't spy on your allies? Question mark. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's send them to the Chinese capital city, just because we don't like China in this game.
There were 7 wonders in the world.
Oh, cool. Now every unit gets a promotion. We'll use these when we are sailing west towards Gilgamesh. Well, if it was ridiculous before, he doesn't like it when people build wonders. Okay, so there's another great admiral. Scurvy crab. At this point, it's like whatever. Kind of got everything we need. I guess I'll continue trying to fill those last trade routes. It's very hard to fill all the trade routes, you guys. Military engineer. Just work on that because I am out of stuff to build. Loyal just finished a trader. Okay. You can send trade route to yourself. Let's send this to Big Trouble. Chin is always unhappy with something. Alright, Scurvy Crab. Why don't you run to Big Trouble? Alright, now this guy I actually do want to come over and help out, so because 2 Great Admirals is legitimately useful. Transfer to, okay. Transfer to another city. I guess we have to be in the city to do that. Alright, you can provide that passive bonus regardless. Alright. And we'll promote you so you get your health back. Just trying to scout out what's down here. Alright. You can hopefully kill this unit. Almost. 1 HP. That's mostly annoying because of this. Alright, 2 builds left, so I can improve this and then get over to that tile and improve it. Or one of these builders up here can improve. Alrighty, let's shell the living daylights out of Moscow then. Just enough range to get here. 1, 2, yep, and that tile is in range. Just want to make sure the Great Admiral's boosting you. Pretty sure I can take this. Well, I thought I could take the city this turn. Maybe. Depends on how many shots we can get on this thing. We should be able to get every battleship into the fight. 1, 2, 3. Alright, yep, this tile works too. Obviously, we do more damage as the strength gets lower. Might take 2 turns. One, yeah, this tile's still good. Doesn't look like it is, but it does reach. Because these ships have such crazy range. Only 12 damage, that must have been a bad roll. The higher tiers of wall defenses do definitely take longer. Alright, so I'm just trying to rotate this around so that every shot gets boosted by the Great Admiral. Okay, 1, 2, yeah, this works too. Just barely enough range to reach. I guess we don't have quite enough to take the city this turn. Ah, that wasn't enough. Okay. Still not bad. Just ignoring the encampment for right now. Alright. Moving the builders down. So many of these units. Now I will need a melee unit to capture, so I think I need to move this ship up to do the capturing next turn. But that does allow me to promote it this turn. What does this even need? It has like every promotion. +1 movement. All right. All right, the rest of you ships just keep going. I'm gonna need to, I'll keep this in the area because I do need to kill this unit. All right, let's have you heal. Actually, you can use this turn to promote heal. That makes more sense. Don't! Moved 1 tile too far. Oh well. Why don't you go back in the water? All right, you're just gonna go to sleep until we can improve that tile. And you are scouting out the way forward, as already mentioned. Oh, great. Barbarian frigates, okay. Again, the fact that the barbarians are more dangerous than the actual AI is just absurd, but clearly the barbs are way more dangerous. The AI have done basically nothing the whole game, whereas the barbarians have severely, like, slowed down the rate at which they've actually killed units and slowed me down. The AI, not so much. Yeah, we actually are run out of coal in a few turns. I'm like racing this builder down here to improve the coal. It's too bad there's not another coal source over here. I'm gonna have to run the policy that gives me bonus coal. Wow, 3 damage to my battleship. 4 damage to my battleship. Mega Colossal Eruption. 11 fertilized tile, 1 damage, 5 population lost. Up in former Khmer territory.
Kids. When you boil it down, it's still a gas combustion engine.
Okay, well, we'll just repair that damage at Anchor Tom. Wait, what? I can keep this city is ready to... Okay, sure. A free city pledged its loyalty to us. Okay. Sure, why not? I don't suppose you have any coal here. That's pretty silly. This is fine. That's why I suggested this is fine, because of the eruption. Alright. Oh, cool. We can finally kill this unit. I was worried that that was going to be in the way. Alright. So we get that. Now I can move on to plastics. And I'll be able to put in the policy that gives me extra coal next turn. Alright, there we go. No! Why? Why did you do that? That is not what I highlighted. Did you see that? It was highlighted to move through the water, and then he just steps on land and his turn ends. What is this game's interface? I literally have it highlighted to move through the water, and then he just jumps on land for no reason. And now it takes 4 turns to get there. Like what is this game? Why would it do that? It's so poorly programmed. It's unbelievable. Anyway. But like that's going to delay the coal getting hooked up for several turns now. It's either that or reload. Like, you guys saw that. I highlighted it. The highlighted passage went like this, and then he just flings himself on land, and he can't move anymore. It's insane. like what? I actually just started this turn, so I will actually save and reload this. That's crazy. How can the game be that poorly programmed? You highlight a path, and he doesn't move that path, and he moves in a worse way. Anyway, I understand that this is like a builder at the end of the game, and it doesn't matter, but it's crazy. Nuts. I'm just stumped at how the game can be programmed that badly. Oh my god. Anyway. So it's irrelevant in the big picture, but like movement in this game is just awful. It's just terrible.
With flight and new forms of communication, you can create a small and
like there's so many things that are just basic elements of putting a strategy game together that just don't, they just flat out don't work. And the interface lies constantly about everything. You still can't see how many beakers you have invested in a tech. It's crazy. Like, the game does so many things well, and then there's other things that are just make you pull your hair out. They're so badly implemented. But I guess they got to keep working on that DLC. Basic movement commands don't work, but, you know, got to crank out 8 more DLCs to make that sweet money. Anyway. Okay, yeah, we already saw that. Anyway. Already saw that. Okay. As far as the free city goes, all I can think of is the fact that I'm in a golden age must be giving me a lot of loyalty. All right, so we're just playing this exactly the same way. But we're just going to move one tile at a time because the AI can't. Yeah, I mean, look, that's kind of a big difference there. Kind of a difference. Instead of taking 4 turns to get there, we're able to get there on the same turn. Okay. Meanwhile, even if we put the settler here, it does not look as though this body of water connects. There's like this inland sea here. So we kind of need to take this city and then sign peace with Russia so that we can keep this coal connected. It's really a shame that Russia and China, their last cities are on this little inland area. Kind of a shame because I would prefer to just flat out kill these guys, but it doesn't look like that's a possibility. At least we have another source of another source of oil over here. All right, again, I don't trust your pathfinding game, so I'm just going to move this guy manually. And then next turn I'll disembark him. All right, let's fire away. Fortunately, this turn, oh wait, I fired that. That was the one that wasn't in range. I was like, oh wait, but they might not all be in range of the Great Admiral. Well, apparently that was the only one that wasn't in range, so. At least once they're all lined up, this is pretty straightforward. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I mean, if you can't defend yourself, you just... it's over. Come on. There we go. Alright, now the melee unit just walks in. This city I don't think is anything particularly valuable. I think we just get rid of this one. Or let's just see what's in here first, but I don't think there's anything I want here. Yeah, that's pretty lousy. Goodbye. We'll get rid of that. Alright. Oh, what's this? Your alliance with Gilgamesh has run its course. Wow, that is good timing. Can I tell the battleships to burn oil instead of coal? Alright, well. The fleet heads west. I mean, it'll take them another turn mostly, because most of them have already moved, but... And while they're moving, they have a perfect chance to promote. Let's take this, I think. That was certainly convenient. I'd love to say I had planned that, but it's just a coincidence. All right, one of these move forward. The other one stay here with these ships to give them all bonus movement next turn. All right, you... I was supposed to heal you last turn, but you didn't quite make it. Again, none of these are really that useful. I guess I'll take that. Apparently there's a barb unit somewhere. All right. Hanging, yeah, I mean, this city's never going to finish what it's working on, so who cares? Black Lagoon. Sure. Have fun with that. South India Company. Obviously, I'm not putting much thought into these builds because the game's going to be over in a couple turns. All right, you, settler. Move into the water. I'm just going to drop you directly on top of this coal source because I need coal. Also, every time I reload, I have to scroll forward again here on this screen. Poor Gilgamesh. I'm going to do as little damage to Gilgamesh as possible. I don't really want to hurt him. I just have to. Um, have to take that last city. Oh, Venetian. You know, no one ever built the Venetian arsenal. That would have been pretty crazy if I'd built that. Oh well, I had enough ships as it was. Oh yeah, we captured that city. Oh well, now I can finally send them to Gilgamesh because we are not allied right now. You can check how many turns by hovering over Declare War. Thanks for that. I don't think these land units are going to get a chance to... I was going to use this to shoo away the enemies over there, but... Alright, yeah, you stay here and give the bonus movement to everybody except this one battleship. Alright, the Byreme is in a little bit of trouble here. I do not want this Byreme that has survived the entire game to die at the last second. So I'm just going to move it back here. The fleet can handle one Barb frigate. Now we will need a melee unit to capture Uruk because it's not directly on the coast. So I have to make sure that I have one melee land unit, which I'm not currently seeing. Oh, you know what? There's our melee land unit. Aha, there was a use for this musket after all, because my other melee land unit was this courser who's not in position to do much of anything. But this musket can be the one that ends the game after a couple turns of moving over there. All right, you move up and promote. +1 additional attack per turn. Works for me. Fortunately, the battleships can hit this even though it's not directly on the coast. They can shell away, and that'll be that. Sorry, we just can't commit to a formal friendship at this time. I'm sorry, Gilgamesh. You've been an amazing ally in this game, but the only way to end it is for me to take your capital. All right, change policies. We're actually not really building naval units right now, so I'm going to take that out. Take this out. We're going to put in Leve en masse. We're going to put in the one that gives me extra coal. Here it is, +1 per turn, because that's what we need. All right, now how are we? Well, as usual, again, the interface in this game is horrible. It doesn't update, so again, horrendous interface, but it does actually make a difference. And I guess we have to research mass media in order to keep moving forward. All right, so let's see if we can find a place to put a national park down. National parks have the most ridiculous requirements, but there might be an ability to put one down up here in the north. Like, I'm just trying to think where I can put it. I need like what is it? It's like 4 tiles in a diamond that are unimproved, like something like that. Just trying to see where I actually would have the ability to put them down. What about over here? This could probably work over here, right? Let's at least get a naturalist and see. We'll at least try. Something like that, I think, could work. I think if I bought these 2 tiles, I could put it on these 4, I think. I guess we'll see. Anyway, yeah, we're just cleaning out the purchases right now. How we built the battleship fleet. Yeah, this is the one that got auto-upgraded in Q. All right. That'll help. Suggestions for the next game you stream. Well, if I stream something, it'll probably be a smaller game because Survivor, we are going to start AI Survivor just a couple weeks from now. In 4 weeks, I believe, is the way it works. I don't think there's anything else to improve over here. This builder. But I don't know if I would do a no tile improvements game. I don't know if it would be that interesting. Maybe, though. All right, I still have a bunch of envoys left over. Okay. I'm actually not at war with any city-states right now, amazingly. There we go. 20 envoys at non-Modol. No one is taking control of that, which is producing an immense amount of culture for me right now. Anyway, let's move everybody up, shall we? Now I know that there's a barb frigate somewhere in. Aha, there's a barb unit. AIs can't deal with these units, so we gotta deal with them ourselves. Might as well get that great admiral benefit. An arrow score for that. All right, let's see if there's now there's a barb frigate out here somewhere, but this bombard is not really terribly important. Otherwise, these units are just moving up and using this time to promote. All right, this is whatever. This field cannon, though, can actually do a lot of damage. It has like every single promotion at this point. This incendiaries would be nice. I'm just going to take this to try to get there. Doubt I can make it there, though. All right. And meanwhile, whoop. This is more useful than defend against air attacks that are clearly never going to arrive. The battleships move a little bit faster than the Great General. All right, plus versus district defenses. Sounds good to me. Since they're mostly shelling city defenses, that's what I'm trying to take the promotions for. Like, you can actually get plus 17 against district defenses. Obviously, that's not as good for fleet-to-fleet combat, but in this situation, I don't really need fleet-to-fleet. Because the AI doesn't have any ships, as we've seen before. Come on, you can move there. I guess there's no point in moving up a tile. So yep, this should be pretty ugly when we get there. And having that extra movement is really nice. This ironclad armada. All right, field cannon corps. I don't know if you're going to be able to do anything, but I'll keep moving you up. Similar story here. Privateers probably won't do anything, but you never know. Oh, what's this? Oh, maybe there was a path through in the extreme south. Movement on the water. Yeah, I'll just land directly on the coal. All right, and the Byreme, I think you can retire back to order of operations. Let's see what our coal situation is. If I have enough coal, I will upgrade that, just because that unit has somehow survived the entire game despite being super outdated. Oh man, stop guilt tripping me, Gilgamesh. No, you do not get no oil from me. What was that? Oh well. I think we're actually in better shape now when it comes to the amenities than before. Yeah, I mean, cities are displeased, but they're mostly -1 in amenities, which is not bad. Some cities are even content, surprisingly. So it seems like we're doing okay in that regard. Like Gilgamesh is like, you know what? You've just been such a great friend. I'm like, can you not? Can you not? As I have the armada sailing directly over towards you. Anyway. Okay, so let's get you as far forward as we can. Oh, okay. We spotted another naval unit down there. All right, well, that's pretty easy kill. Here's another. Wow, a lot of barbarian frigates, aren't there? Using the privateers for this, because they're not that important. All right. Oh, jeez. Okay. What? AI can't build a navy to save its life, but the barbarians have ships everywhere. It's just unbelievable. How can the barbarians be the more dangerous enemies? They really are, though. Anyway, alright, so I already promoted all these guys, so now it's just moving them forward. I think I got everything promoted last turn. The Great Admiral can't quite keep up with the ships, but will do its best. Alright, come on, Musket. Remember, that unit has to be the one to do the actual city capture, because obviously battleships can't capture a city that's inland. Actually, they can't capture cities at all. Ironclad works on for coastal cities, but Uruk is inland. Probably am in range to declare war next turn, even though I won't be able to capture the city immediately. Alright, so we're pretty close to plastics. To start hooking up the sea oils. I guess oil isn't going to be an issue, actually. Or fine as far as oil goes. Alright, that's already connected. That's already connected. I don't know. Just... Alright, that's already connected. Okay, fine. I don't imagine that ship's going to matter, but who knows. Yeah, that's a lot of ships. Can hide for protection underneath the other unit. Alright, so what my situation here? I'm losing 1 per turn. Probably should not upgrade, just because I'm losing 1 per turn. Put you to sleep then. Oh, but you know what? That's right. We're going to be able to get another source of coal right here. There we go. Woo! Oh wait, does that now mean I can't build a natural park? I did not sign a declaration of friendship with him. No, I didn't sign with him. He declared with me. What? How is that possible? He asked and I said no. He asked and I said no. What? I said no. Do not want friendship at this time. And somehow that counts as him. What? You guys saw. He popped up and asked for friendship and I said no. What? How is this possible? What is wrong with this game? Can we still declare war? No, it won't let me. What is going on? I swear I said no. He asked for friendship and I said no. We are not declaring friendship at this time. What? What? It's going to have to be a reload, and I just moved all these units. I swear, you guys were watching. I said no. What is wrong with this game? Now, was it this turn or last turn? Do you guys remember? I mean, I want to win the actual game. I have never actually won a domination victory in this game. I swear to God, he asked for a friendship, and I said, no, we do not want a friendship at this time. And somehow that counts as yes. How is that possible? What? Unbelievable.
In the beginning, legends of flying...
I don't even know if this is the turn I have to reload to or the previous turn, which means I have to move even more units. I just can't get over the interface in this game is this bad. It is so terrible.
At what cost? Our competing ideas of how to govern and how to live.
Also, the fact that it takes so long to load is a real annoyance.
Through this rising din of ideological oratory. Queen Dido, mother of Carthage, all your life you faced great threats.
Sorry for the frustration, but this is really annoying. Maybe I should declare war with him instantly, just because I can't trust the game's interface to do stuff that makes no sense at all. All right, no, apparently I have to go back further, because apparently I'm already allied with him on this turn somehow. How far back do we have to go? Go back another turn. Great. So frustrating. He asked for a friendship. I said no, and apparently it counted as yes. Unbelievable. I just want to finish the game, win the victory.
And today, you are on the brink of
Like, the alliance ended at the exact perfect moment, right when the war with Russia is ending. We just have to sail over there and kill this guy. You were 2 turns in, so 2 turns back. Oh boy, we might have to go back another turn.
How to govern and how to live threaten to bring conflict on a global scale.
It's just there's a lot of very sloppy stuff.
Through this rising din of ideological oratory.
I'm still annoyed that the loading screen says a unique district and doesn't tell anyone what this does, or a unique unit. Civ 5 is worse, it's much worse. Because expansion penalizes you in Civ 5, which means that the whole purpose of the game is... Yep, we have to go back another turn. I wasn't sure. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to. This is so annoying. But it's that or wait 30 turns, so... I'm glad you guys caught that. And the sad thing is, there's a lot of things I like about Civ 6. I want to like this game so bad, but the interface is abysmal and the AI is worse than abysmal. They just can't play the game at all. I just wish that the interface wasn't garbage and that the AI could actually play the game, and then it would be fun. But the interface is horrendous and the AI is... I mean, the AI is such a brain-dead moron. They just can't play the game. You play on the highest difficulty and they're helpless. They can't research, they can't develop their cities, they can't threaten you militarily. It's like you're just playing in a sandbox where no one can threaten you, which I guess a lot of players like, but if there's never a chance that you ever lose, it's kind of pointless. Like, you can't ever lose the game because they can't threaten you. So it's kind of pointless. Alright. Oh great, we're back to the Mega Colossal Eruption again. Alright, so we're not in an alliance with Gilgamesh. It's ended. But I played 3 whole turns, and they all take a little while at this point in time. Alright, well let's just... Gotta do this again. Oh, we're back to this again. You know what? I'm gonna refuse the city this time. I don't care. I don't care. Just get me out of this game. Just finish this off. All right. Where's my Great Admiral? I remember I had to move this. Can I move the Great Admiral? Thank you. I hate replaying turns that take this long. All right. Jeez. Okay. All right. Well, we already know that we're not keeping this city. Goodbye. Russia, sign peace. Oh, we can't because it's not 10 turns yet. Oh well. Gilgamesh forces friendship. All right. This is just going to be moving everything west. I'm just going to click on the first thing in every city because it's late enough that it really doesn't matter at this point. University. All right. Sure, whatever. The sad thing is we already reloaded this turn once earlier. Remember? Alright. This field cannon. Start moving west. Okay, whatever. It happened again. Whatever. I don't care. Just trying to move to that oil. It's like, here we go again. AI and its movement in this game. Alrighty. What else do we still need? Alright, you know what? Gilgamesh. How do I declare war? You have not done it. Okay. How do I just declare war on him? Please just let me declare war. Here we go. Declare surprise war. I'm sorry, but I'm not dealing with this nonsense again. We're just declaring war right now. Because I don't want to get... I don't want to get stuck again. Just declaring war right now. Sorry, bud. You don't deserve that fate, but I'm not in the mood. Wait, what the? How did this unit still? Whatever. Yeah, did anyone figure out what just happened? Like, how did that actually happen? So apparently I clicked on do not want friendship and it still caused the friendship to happen anyway? Apparently. Alright. Additional coal per turn. Done. On we go. Apparently clicking on I do not want friendship means that I want a friendship. Apparently. I did not misclick. Okay, thank you for checking on that, because I was sure that I hadn't. I was very sure that I said, no, I do not want a friendship. Alright, so we can now finally faith purchase the naturalist again. I don't imagine that this battleship's ever going to have a chance to get down to the combat zone, but we'll see. And Gilgamesh played his "you refused us" line, and yet it still counted anyway, somehow. Because this game, the programming in this game is made of spaghetti string. Alright, so I'm just trying to do this as quickly as possible, but we are at war with the last target, so... But now I have to... Wow, okay. Apparently we ran out of promotions for that guy. He has every promotion that can be taken. One of the nice things before, I was like, all right, well, I promoted every unit, so now I don't have to do the promotions again. It's like, actually... That'll be more useful than the air attacks. I know I said the exact same thing the last time I moved these dudes. Alright, this guy's already used its... Ah, hello. Okay, well, it would have been nice to have seen that while I still had movement points left, but that's okay. Should have remembered that from the last time I played the turn, but I'm trying to not... Okay, can we attack this? Thank you. 4 damage. We'll take a little while longer to get over there. Ah, whoops. Okay, so one of them I moved a tile too far. This unit's already promoted. There's a Khmer settler running around for no reason whatsoever. This one actually has +1. Alright, so this one... I gotta remember that the one with 5 promotions can actually attack when it's not next to the... actually promote when it's not next to the unit. It can hit from a longer distance. Alright, you've already promoted. You're a land unit. Wait, what the? Why am I on you? Okay. You're mostly out here just scouting for me. Oh, alright, so there's a frigate down there. Let's pull you back then. I don't really have anything for you to do, little builder. Why don't you just go to sleep? Ooh, excuse me. Like, well, now I no longer feel bad about killing Gilgamesh. All right, next turn. I want nothing to do with you. All right, where are we on the map here? Here we are. Okay. Now I know that there's some barb units in the area, so let's try to find them with the privateers. All right. I think we killed them last time too. All right, now we're finally just about back to where we were before. All right, I'm not concerned about that. All right, mostly just moving in such a way that I can also scout out what's over here. All right. Now there was one unit that didn't get to use its promotion, this one. Otherwise, everything just scurries up. Seriously, come on. Yes, move to the tile I am clicking on. Thank you. Kind of have to move these one at a time, unfortunately. I'm still at war with Russia, by the way, but the AI is so pathetic. It's like, I feel totally safe moving builders directly up to the border, and that the AI is not going to do anything about it. I'm very confident that they won't do a darn thing. All right, whatever. All right. Good. And there's a, like, why? My comment is just why. There's a Chinese builder down in the Arctic, a million miles away from China's only city. Like, why? Anyway. Okay, so this did not, in fact, lead anywhere, except that there's a barb. There's a poor builder that got pillaged grabbed by the barbarians down here. So even if we'd built a canal, even if we built a city for canal purposes, we still couldn't have gotten into this body of water, sadly. Nope, nope. Let's move it one tile at a time because we know the AI can't path find. I still don't quite know the rules for putting a natural wonder down. I feel like I should be able to put one down here because there's a diamond of tiles. Maybe if this tile's in my borders. Let's try that, and then we can see. Because like these 4 tiles are all unimproved. I feel like I should be able to do something here. Those of you who are more familiar with this, let me know if I'm wrong. But I feel like these 4 all unimproved should be a natural, should work there. All right, anyway, put you to sleep. No. Okay, whatever. You are almost certainly not going to get over there in time. All right, we can start attacking this on this upcoming turn. It's just going to be basically how long it takes this musket to walk over and walk into the city. Yeah, sure. We'll sign peace. Sure. They all need breath. Oh, I didn't realize they all needed breathtaking appeal.
While the Colosseum stands,
that requirement is very tough.
When the Colosseum falls,
so probably we can't. I forgot they had to be breathtaking appeal. So that's probably not going to happen. Well, we built the Colosseum though, so that'll give us some extra amenities. How are we doing on all right, we're still at -1, that's right. Let me just look at the appeal lens real quick. Oh man, we have 3 out of 4 are breathtaking appeal. This was the only one that's not. They all need breathtaking appeal and they all need to be in the same city. And they have to be in like that weird diamond shape too, don't they? Well, I might be able to. Don't they have to be unimproved tiles as well? Or does it not matter? Can they be, does anyone know, can they be improved tiles or do they have to be unimproved tiles? Does anyone know? I couldn't remember that part. Because there are, like, we do have the diamond shape over here to some extent. Must be unimproved. Yeah. It's such a ridiculous, it's a really tricky requirement. That's why I never really do anything. They have to be unimproved and breathtaking. Sadly, this tile does not have enough appeal, unfortunately. Oh well, it was worth a shot. But like, it's just hard to get them. Usually the only place you can get them is in like tundra wastelands. You have a shot. But it doesn't look like anything I have is going to qualify. Oh well. There are wonders that improve appeal, but like, do we care at this stage of the game? Probably not. We're like a couple turns away from finishing this. So I'm going to try to have the privateers and ironclads be the ones to go after this, because I want to save my battleships for the actual city that I care about. Like, there's an ironclad down here that should be able to finish this. Oh, there's a frigate down there. Okay. All right. Again, the barbarians have a much larger navy than any AI in this game. All right. So this one does not have the range upgrade. We need a spotter for the city, don't we? Now, normally you wouldn't just walk your artillery piece right up to the city, but the AI is so feeble in this game, and the defenses here seem pretty sad, so. Now this ship, I believe, has the +1 range, so I think that I can set up from like this tile and shoot it. Yeah, I can shoot at Uruk from this. Wait. Heal outside. No, this actually doesn't have the +1 range. It's the other 5 promotion battleship that has it. Well, this isn't going to take very long, is it? Oh, that was all its movement points. Okay. Now, does this have the +1 range? I swear one of these does. Just need to get that musket over here, don't I? Almost there. All right, this is the one that I believe has, it's an ironclad. Dang it. I swear one of these has +1 range. This guy has +1 range. All right. So this guy can shoot at Uruk from this tile. This is ridiculous. I'll take it. Anyway. All right, ironclad, how about you just smash up this? Ironclad with 101 strength. All right, you've already moved. Shoot the one unit that's in range. All right. Well, anyway. Should be able to finish reducing the defenses next turn. We just need that musket to walk in. See, I don't think national parks are even worth building in culture games. Most of the culture comes from other sources. I mean, it's like if you can build them, sure, but I don't even think they're that good in cultural games. All right, well, we actually have nothing to build here. We'll put down the Statue of Liberty in the harbor, because why not? Yeah, all these cities, it's like, please stop bothering me with stuff to build. Did we actually get all the traders done? Oh, we actually filled all the trade routes, you guys. We actually filled the trade routes. I'm just going to put you on a spy because this game's going to be over in like 2 more turns. Keep repairing that stuff. Okay, fine. I was planning to move you there so that the musket has a tile to land on. You still have another movement point? Well, there's nowhere else to move. Almost cleared that barb camp. Alright, well. Oh, we're not at war with China anymore, that's right. Well, we did finally reveal pretty much the whole world map. Like, the world is pretty much all under our control. The only reason we didn't take these cities is there was no naval access. Bit of a shame, honestly. And this city was inland as well. I certainly could have taken it if I wanted to, but chose not to. Note that Gilgamesh's cities blend in with the rest of the map. It's really hard to see them. There's our oil well. I actually have pretty decent oil access. Better than our coal access. All right, whatever. 23 out of 24 routes. And here's our last one. We'll send it to the city of Didograd. Because why not? There we go, 24 out of 24. We got all our trade routes in play. Hooray! And of course, if this game were closer, I would pay more attention to where these trade routes were going, but it doesn't matter. All right, sure, whatever. All right, whatever. Okay, poor Gilgamesh. He didn't deserve this. Denounces you. Yeah, I've caused you grievances. I'm sure I have. All right.
Nothing on this earth.
We're now in a new era. Okay.
Except maybe.
All right. Let's see if we can wrap this up, shall we? Not enough movement to take it. All right, so we have to do one more turn then, I suppose. One more turn, unfortunately. Well, let's blast away. We've got the Great Admirals to boost the damage of all these units. This guy's already in range, and the others will join in as best they can. Probably just start shooting at the next city, because we can. Okay. What would you prefer we capture next? I guess Bad Tabara, because it's on the ocean, we should hit next. Because I can actually capture that with an ironclad. Oh, we need a spotter. There we go. Minus 65. Trying to keep the these ships back because the privateers can have to be closer. Yep, once you have a lot of battleships, the game, you know, just kind of crumbles pretty quickly. Frigates first, but then battleships afterwards are just kind of unstoppable. Oh, here we got another battleship up here, don't we? Okay, that one was, wow. So much for that. Privateers. And we could do this to any city on the water. Or Gilgamesh. Sure, we'll keep the city because this is about to end. I mean, Uruk has no health and no fortification health. The only reason it's still alive is we haven't gotten a unit up there to capture it yet. I mean, we could take Sipar next turn if we want. We could probably take both of these cities next turn. I might actually try to see if I can pull that off. Just because I'm curious if I can take both of the cities next turn. Especially with these units pouring in a little bit of extra support. Wait, would that actually eliminate? No, he'd still have one city left, so he would not be eliminated. I could raid the barb camp with a privateer. Is that, can you do that? I don't think you can do that. I don't think I can do that with the privateer. unit will get the bonus movement next turn. At this point, I don't know about renaming. This game is very, very over next turn. That's why I'm just trying to click through all this stuff. It was a good game, but it's very, very over at this point. I'm just clicking on like whatever the first thing that pops up is. Oh, wait. Oh, you're the one that can move after shooting, aren't you? All right, you might as well move up then. Still moving. Did we ever manage to stabilize on coal? No, we're still at -1 per turn. So we're basically at the very, very limit of how many ships we can support. Okay, I chose to go after the bombard. Alright, so the musket will just walk in on his turn. Let's see if I can take... I'm curious if I can take both of these cities. I don't know if I'll be able to. I have ironclads... No, I don't think I have 2 ironclads that can take both cities. Because I only have 2 ironclads. One of them's in here. I don't think this one can reach Sipar this turn. Or... Yeah, because it would have to sail all the way up here. I don't think it has the movement for that. So this one... Where's the other ironclad? Here it is. This one can take Sipar, but that's it. We can't take Sipar and Shurapak. I mean, we could take Eridu and Shurapak in like 2 more turns. We could easily eliminate Gilgamesh, but we don't need to do that. He's been our friend throughout the game. Now that said, I am going to blast away at these... What the? Definitely did not move onto that tile, but okay, whatever. Yes, fire. Again, just to highlight the interface, I click on this tile. There's a builder I just captured with 0 movement points. There's a military unit that can still attack. What does the interface default to? The builder that can't move. Like why? Why would it default to the unit that can't move over the unit that has movement points? It doesn't make any sense at all. Like, it's the weirdest... Anyway, you get the idea. It makes no sense whatsoever. Alright, so let's move a couple of these ships up to clear out space. Now we'll start with the ones at the bottom. Are getting the Great General bonus, right? Or Great Admiral bonus. I just say Great General, I mean Great Admiral. Just put one more shot on that. This is all kind of pointless, but I've got these toys, I might as well play around with them. The aid request scored competition has come to an end. Okay. This game is pretty stupid sometimes. All right. So... Oh, but I could reach Eridu with this ship. Is there enough? Do we have enough damage to get over there? I don't think so. Well, we'll see. Minus 100 defenses? Yikes. Not quite enough range. Not quite enough. So we can't quite take that city this turn. Where are the other battleships that haven't moved yet? this one. Privateers. With their minimal range, they have trouble getting up to the cities to attack them. All right. So we could probably take both of these cities next turn, but let's just finish up with the game, shall we? Gilgamesh doesn't deserve to be eliminated. Yes, I want the musket to attack. Yes, I want the musket to attack. There we go.
Though its face may change throughout the ages, history is written from the hand of the victor.
Wow, okay. It's maybe a little over the top there, but okay.
You ensure our people a glorious tomorrow.
So I guess we win. I don't need to replay the video. For some reason, winning on Deity in what was that, 200 turns, only get you middle of the score rankings, but the score rankings in Civ 6 are idiotic because they don't adjust for difficulty. And they also give you, they don't adjust for difficulty and don't adjust for fast finish. So the highest score comes from playing on the lowest difficulty and winning as slowly as possible. It's, yeah. You might be like, well, wait a minute. You won in 200 turns on Deity. That's not the highest score. Nope. No adjustment for difficulty, no adjustment for fastest finish. That's, yeah, pretty bad. All right, let's look at some of the graphs here. So buildings constructed, kind of an interesting graph. Cities, yeah. Note that no AI ever captured a city the entire game. So what's the point of the score? There is no point. Also look at cities founded. The AI just doesn't settle enough cities. I've always said that. Like, the Dutch only founded, here's 3 on the graph. They founded 4 cities the whole game. Yeah, we didn't even hit, I guess we were at like right around turn 200 when the game ended. Pretty sad, huh? The Khmer were the most AI with, I think they had 7. Like, they get a free settler to start the game on Deity. They start with 2 settlers, and they weren't able to found, like, Wilhelmina founded 1, 2. Like, this is her free settler. Remember, she starts the game with an extra settler on Deity. She didn't found her second city until turn 50. It's like, what? How can you be that bad? You had an extra settler and you didn't found until turn 50. You walked around a settler for 50 turns before you settled. Like, it's hard to put in words how bad that is. This is another one that's big, districts constructed. Like, the AI doesn't, like, they just don't build enough districts, so they can't be competitive. Like, yeah, they don't build enough cities, they don't build enough districts. Like, great, congratulations. Peter got a gazillion great person points from his Labras. Awesome. Number of combats. Culture. Thank you, Mohenjo-Daro. There's the collapses when I lost Mohenjo-Daro briefly, because Mohenjo-Daro is overpowered. All right, era score is pointless. Faith is not something I specialized in. Looks like Chin and Peter had a lot of faith. Sure. Gold had the big spike in gold, and then here's where I upgrade everything, and it collapses again. Science. You know, they were actually reasonably competitive on science in this game. Oftentimes the AI science is horrible, but they were reasonably competitive until around turn 160 or so, 170, and then I just pulled away. But I will give them credit for that. They've also often been terrible on that score. Still, you'd think that they would be way ahead on, given that this is supposed to be Deity difficulty. Total cities destroyed. Wait, why am I not showing up here? Didn't I destroy a lot of cities? Oh, well. I don't know why I don't show up there. Governors is pointless. Religions found. Units killed. Ah, here we go. Yep. I sure killed a lot more units than they did. Units lost. I lost 1, 2, 3 units the whole game. I don't know if this counts barbarians or not. What happened here? What the? I guess this was when Wilhelmina got eliminated. She didn't get knocked off the bar graph. She just, all of her remaining units died instantly, apparently. War declarations received. Yep, everybody hated me. That's why I decided to name this Phoenician Pirates, because I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I only declared war like I think 3 times the whole game, if that. And here's the other thing the AI does: they build a gazillion wonders. All right, well, this is just the stupid arrow score timeline. Anyway, cities destroyed counts the casualties from the AI city measurement. All right, so that's that. That'll do it for this one. So Civ 6, a flawed game to be sure. There's a lot of good things it does, but there's also a lot of things that are just needlessly pulling your hair out. So maybe at some point down the road, I'll try my hand at another play by email game. Civ 6 is much better against other humans than against the AI. I would legitimately play this game a lot more if the AI was not so terrible in this game and the interface didn't make me want to rip my hair out while playing. All right. Well, thanks for watching, you guys. We're going to have to try to find something just for next week because 2 weeks from now, we're going to do the draw for AI Survivor Game 6. And then 3 weeks from now, I'm hoping we can do the AI Survivor Fantasy Draft for the handful of individuals who I'm able to join together, get into that with me. So, oh yeah, FTL. Maybe we do an FTL game. It's a good suggestion, colors. All right. So I will see you guys again soon. Have a great weekend. Until then, take care. See you guys soon.